Everyone Munchie at home and everyone Munchie in the campus. Campus people can at least say hi. I will get their voice. For getting the voice, distance is always not mandatory. By your feeling only, I can get the voice. Hi, good morning, good morning. Hey, Bhagwan. For last 5 minutes, I am saying good morning, but no reply came. क्या हो गया है बच्चों? Acha, Pola Tanushri has finally said good morning. Sukhi Bhava. No problem, no problem. Yeah. So good morning. Hi, Bagunnara, everyone. Manchi at home. Okay, no problem. Very good, very good. So I think today is Sunday and next Sunday will be your final NEET exam. And for this final NEET exam, you have to prepare in the best possible manner. Yeah. Today already Sunday. Next Sunday lo NEET exam undi. So don't get worried due to exam. It's an exam. You have to give that exam. And finally, you have to, from Puranki 1, it is coming. Ganesh, yeah, Puranki 1 coming. Hello, sir. Hello, hi. Very good. No problem. Sukhi Baba, yeah. This campus also, Penumuru also coming. No problem. Good morning. Nani also good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. And finally, just before your final NEET exam, means today is Sunday, next Sunday is the exam, you require to have all the revision of the formula. So that's why we are having Go Fire class. You have to be Go Fire. Fire means formula, integrated, repeated example, formula, information, repeated example. So that's why we are having our Go Fire program. Here our main target will be not to talk about all the concept. Our main target will be to talk about all the formula which will be used in different chapter. And we will also see, so two things we will do. We will revise all the formula. Just before starting, I am telling you what I am going to do. Yeah. So we will revise all the formula of the given chapter, particular chapter. We will take chapter wise. We will revise all the formula of that chapter, all the small concept of that chapter. Then we will see the NCERT solved example from those chapter given in our NCERT textbook. So these are the two things we will do. We will be on the mode of fire. We will be on the mode of fire. Come on. We will be like fire. But what we will do? We will do two things. We will revise all the important formula of the given chapter. Tarvata. Okay, no problem. Future year questions also. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah. So first we will revise with all the important formula and information of the given chapter. Then we will see all the questions from those chapter given in the NCERT. So shall we start? Shall we start? Come on. Shall we come on the mode of fire? Fire ho jaye kya? Bolo bhai. Twarga chepo. Shall we be on the mode of fire? Fire should start. Pushpa, flower samjhe kya? Fire. Thagge dele fire. Hey, fire. Yeah. So we'll start with our revision. We'll start with our Go Fire class. No problem. Yeah. Already we have collection of all the questions from NCERT that is already there. We have collection of questions. These are the questions that will come tomorrow in the NEET exam. So collection of questions are already there. We already have. But first we will revise all the important formula and information related with that chapter. Then we will move further. Then we will see the questions which are given from there in the NCERT. NCERT means future year question. Always remember, only PYQs are not important. More important was our FYQ. Future year question. Future means just next Sunday. Next Sunday. So we'll talk about FYQ also. So first we will talk about all the important information of the given chapter. So first chapter which we are going to start will be motion in a straight line. First we will talk about motion in a straight line. This is the first chapter which we are going to start, motion in a straight line. All the information, all the formula, first we will talk, then we will start with different numerical. So let's start with motion in a straight line. We will talk about motion in a straight line, no problem. So this is the first thing which we are going to start, motion in a straight line. No problem, motion in a straight line. So we'll start motion in a straight line. Chalo bhai, we will start. No problem, no problem. Yeah, okay. If you read NCERT, our target will be to directly strike NCERT. We are on the fire mode. So we have to strike only those things which are important. So we'll directly start with NCERT. If you open this chapter in NCERT, they are talking about few very, very important small point. So I will talk also about those small points. So एक बार देख लो. No problem. Yeah. First thing, you must know relation between distance and displacement. So always remember, distance will be always greater than equal to magnitude of displacement. Whenever you have any object moving, so always remember distance covered by the object will be always greater than equal to magnitude of displacement. A very, very important situation explained in NCERT whenever, because displacement is the shortest distance. Displacement is the shortest distance. So that's why distance means actual length of path. So distance will be always greater or equal to magnitude of displacement. So this is the first important thing given in NCERT from chapter motion in a straight line. Distance will be always greater than equal to magnitude of displacement. Now in NCERT they have also explained, sir, in which situation distance? You have said distance is greater than equal to. You are saying greater also, or you are saying sometimes equal to also. So when both will become equal, for which type of motion, distance and displacement both will have equal numerical value. I'm not saying equal distance and displacement, because displacement is a vector, distance is a scalar. So that's why directly we cannot relate. So that's why we say distance will be always greater than equal to numerical value of displacement. Now someone says greater also you are saying, equal also you are saying. So when both will become equal? So always remember your distance and displacement becomes equal. NCERT says equality holds. Distance and displacement will become equal. When they will become equal? Equality holds only for motion in a straight line. Only for motion in a straight line. This is the definition of motion in a straight line. In a particular motion, if distance and displacement are found to be equal, that motion in physics is defined as motion in a straight line. This is the definition of motion in a straight line as per NCERT. So always keep in your mind, distance will be always greater than equal to magnitude of displacement, and equality will hold only when both will become equal. Both distance and displacement will become equal only when body is doing motion in a straight line. So this is the first important thing that we have here. No problem. Yeah. Second, from here you also know one more thing. You know, if you divide distance by time, if you divide total distance by total time, you'll get average speed. If you divide total displacement by total time, you'll get average velocity. So same relation comes for average speed. Average speed will be always greater than equal to magnitude of average velocity. And again, if anyone asks when both will be equal, sir, again equality will hold only for motion in a straight line. So this is the two important point. Third important point is also there, because you know velocity and speed will be not always average. We can talk instantaneous. So that's why when you talk about instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity, instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Velocity means magnitude of velocity. Average speed will be greater than equal to magnitude of average velocity. But if you talk at particular instant, speed and velocity both will have same numerical value. So instantaneous speed will be same as magnitude of instantaneous velocity. So these are the three important points given as per NCERT. Is it okay? एक बार बोलो भाई, you have to keep on saying. Is it okay, sare bhai? Is it okay? कुछ बोल दो. Then only we can move further. This is important information. In Go Fire, I represent information. So this is the information that we require. Is it okay? Is it okay? At least Penamluru campus where class is going on, you can say yes sir. Is it okay? Is it okay? अबे सो गए क्या ये? Slept. अल्पाहारम तरवाता slept. Is it okay? No problem, no problem. Saying like that from mouth coming and going to their ears only. Chalo, no problem. So these are the three important information. You are taking it lightly, but always remember these are the things which are asked in the final NEET exam. Those who don't remain focused, they miss the final NEET exam and they regret after the exam. Sir ने बताया था, exam में question दिया था, NEET में भी आया, फिर भी नहीं कर पाए. So you have to be focused and you have to understand this small point. No problem, no problem. So this is the first part, information related with our motion in a straight line. Now next point will be based on numericals. Next point will be based on numericals and formula. तो एक बार देख लो, no problem. Yeah. Next thing in NCERT, they are talking about how to calculate average velocity, how to calculate average speed, how to calculate. Next part will be related with our formula. Previously, we talked about information of motion in a straight line. Now we are going to talk about different formula that will be used in motion in a straight line. So first thing NCERT solved example also given chala important. Sun lo. How to calculate average speed or average velocity. So average speed, if anyone asks you, average speed means total distance, or if velocity is there, then total displacement. Total displacement. I'm talking in the terms of speed. Average speed will be calculated with the help of V average. Average speed will be total distance by total time. Total distance taken by total distance covered by total time. If average velocity is there, then total displacement by total time. Or you can calculate this total displacement or total distance also as delta x by delta t. Delta x means x2 minus x1. Delta t means t2 minus t1. Okay, no problem. Same thing, this V average represent average speed also, average velocity also. If average velocity is asked, here we will use displacement. If average speed is asked, we will use distance, no problem. Next is your instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity will be calculated with the help of differentiation. If anyone asks you, find the velocity at t equal to 2 seconds, t equal to 3 seconds, t equal to 4 seconds, means they are asking you at a particular instant. So whenever instantaneous value is asked, that is always calculated with the help of differentiation. So V instantaneous will become ds by dt. Similarly, this is about velocity. Similarly, they also talk about acceleration. If anyone asks you average acceleration, because acceleration will be always vector. That's why I am using here bar. Velocity, we may got average speed and average velocity. Average speed was a scalar. Average velocity was vector. But average acceleration will be always vector. So average acceleration will come delta V by delta T, or you can say V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. And instantaneous acceleration will come with the help of differentiation, that is dV by dt. Again, important part. Is it okay? These two formulas are okay. Chala important, bhai. Chala important. Average speed, average velocity, instantaneous speed, instantaneous velocity. Average acceleration, instantaneous acceleration. No problem. Yeah. So V average delta x by delta t, V instantaneous ds by dt, A average delta V by delta t, A instantaneous dv by dt. Now dhyan do, be focused, dhyan do, no problem. Yeah. Now from this average velocity part, थोड़ा ध्यान देना, focus करके ध्यान देना भाई, then only you'll get idea what I'm trying to talk. From this average velocity part or average speed part, One type of model is very important. That model has been not asked 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. 6 to 7 times previously question has been asked from this average velocity part, one special type of model, which you have seen, where they will say a car travel half of the distance with velocity v1, other half distance with velocity v2, half time with v1, another half time with v2. Chala important. So always remember, in average speed or average velocity, one type of model is very famous, where they will say there are two cases will come. Special situation 7 to 8 times previously. Most recent NEET 2023 question came. Most recent NEET 2023 question came from here, where they will say a car travels, half of total distance with speed v1, other half of total distance with speed v2, and they will ask you what is the average velocity or average speed of the car during entire journey. So you must know half distance given means your average speed will come 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. NCERT exemplar situation. That's why 7 to 8 times asked in the NEET exam. Half distance with v1, other half distance with v2. Find the average speed of the car during entire journey. 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Second special case is there. They will say same question, but they will say a car travels half of the total time with v1, other half of total time with v2. Find v average. So here v average will become v1 plus v2 by 2. Is it okay? Bol do bhai. These two are very, very important. I am saying again and again. If you miss it, you will regret after NEET exam. Is it okay? So in average velocity or average speed, someone says half distance with v1, other half distance with v2. Find v average. 2v1 v2 by. Tomorrow they will give you value of v1 and v2. Put there, you will get v average. Half time with v1, other half time with v2. Find v average for entire journey. v1 plus v2 by 2. v1 value will be given, v2 value will be given. Just do v1 plus v2 by 2. You will get the answer. Hello, samjhe kya? Are bol do bhai. We'll move further. We'll start with more part. So this is how we can talk about special case of average speed and average velocity. No problem. Yeah. After this next important part in this chapter, we are just collecting all the formula. Then we will see the questions of NCERT. No problem. Yeah. After all these things, we have next important, chala important part by chala important part. To dhyan do. Next important part in this chapter from where question is asked is from equation of motion. And you already know this equation of motions are applicable only when acceleration is constant, or someone says acceleration is uniform. Uniform means constant. So equation of motion will be used only when acceleration. They will say body has uniform acceleration or constant acceleration. Both have same meaning. And everyone must know this equation of motion. So equation of motion, I think 4 equation of motions are there, which everyone knows. First equation, v equal to u plus at. If things are given in vector, you will also use them in vector. If they have given you values, you will use in values. If they have given in vector, you will do in vector. If they are given in different axes, x-axis, y-axis, you will use them for different axes. So first equation, v equal to u plus at. Second equation, s equal to ut plus half at square. Third equation, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Fourth equation, chala important, SNth will be equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So these are the 4 equations of motion from where questions are asked. Direct questions are also asked. Indirect questions are also asked. Both type of model we will see. NCERT also given. Yeah. So 4 equations of motions are there. Different. Some people get confused between second equation and fourth equation. Second equation give you distance traveled in total time t. If anyone asks you find the distance covered by the particle in 3 seconds. Then we will use second equation. But if anyone asks you find the distance covered by the particle in third second, particular second means we will use fourth equation. So this is very, very important part. Questions are asked from here. In our test also questions are getting asked from here. Second equation is used for total time, distance in total time. Fourth equation is used for distance during particular second. Third second, fifth second, seventh second, eighth second, we'll use the fourth equation. Now from here also some special cases are there which are continuously asked in our test also, continuously asked in the NEET exam also. Not one model, at least 10 models has been asked from previous year, previous year with the help of equation of motion. And here two special cases are very important. First special case is your Galileo's ratio given in NCERT, most recent NEET 2022 question. One simple question, kid. Galileo's ratio means, sir, if the particle starts from rest with constant acceleration, then ratio of distance traveled in consecutive interval of time. Consecutive fixed interval of time means distance traveled by the particle in the first second to the distance traveled by the particle in second to the distance traveled by the particle in third second, and so on. This ratio will always come 1:3:5:7:9. So this is the first thing. This is known as Galileo's ratio. This Galileo's ratio we can also apply in the case of freely falling body. Free fall, U will be 0. Free fall means you are dropping the ball. U will be 0. A will be constant G. So ratio of distance traveled during first second, third second, that ratio of distance will come 1:3:5:7:9 and so on. This is known as Galileo's ratio. And this is not only 1 second interval. Tomorrow someone asks, sir, what is the ratio of distance traveled during first 2 seconds? Means 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. This ratio will also come same. Distance traveled during fixed consecutive interval of time is going to be constant. That ratio is 1:3:5:7:9 and so on. So this is the first important thing given in NCERT from here. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Second important thing given from here in NCERT is, this is the first important part. Second important part from here given in NCERT is related with stopping distance and stopping time, which you should know. So always remember, whenever you are driving your car or bike or scooty, if you have to stop your scooty, it's not like that you apply brake, there only scooty stop. No, before stop, because once you brake produces retardation. Now that retardation requires some distance to make velocity 0. So that's why once you applied the brake, car will not stop at the instant you applied the brake. Before stopping, it will travel some distance. That distance is known as stopping distance. And that stopping distance we can calculate using third equation of motion. Because finally your car will stop. So finally we will use third equation of motion to get this final velocity. Final velocity will become 0. If you use that, you'll get stopping distance will be equal to U square by 2A. And stopping time will be, they also ask stopping time. Stopping time will be equal to U by A. In NEET given in NCERT, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ भाई. This is not my statement. This is not my words. These are words of NCERT. And from here, many times they ask to calculate this stopping distance, stopping time. Stopping distance, U square by 2A. Stopping time, U by A. Many times they play with proportionality. Means if speed is doubled, what will happen to stopping distance? So speed double, you can see your stopping distance is proportional to U square. Stopping time is proportional to U. So they will always ask you to relate to stopping distance and to stopping time. If anyone asks you to relate, From here you can write S1 by S2 will be equal to U1 by U2 whole square. 4 times minimum question has been asked. When car was moving with 10 km per hour, stopping distance was 2 meter. Find the stopping distance when same car moves with 30 km per hour. Use kar lo. S1 by S2 will be equal to U1 by U2 whole square. Similarly, you can get time also. T1 by T2 will be equal to stopping time. T1 by T2 will be equal to U1 by U2. This is not generally asked. They ask this stopping distance. Is it okay, bhai? Is it okay? एक बार बोल दो. Is it okay? All the campuses okay? कुछ फायदा हो रहा है? Is there is any benefit you are getting with the help of Go Fire? If you are getting benefit, then only attend. Otherwise, why to waste the time? चलो भाई कुछ तो बोल दिया करो बीच बीच में. We'll move towards the numerical from here in NCERT. But before that, I'm just confirming everyone is getting idea or not. So two things very important. One is Galileo's ratio, directly questions are asked. Second is stopping distance from where questions are asked. Is it okay, bhai? Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? अरे भाई कुछ तो बोलो. क्या ये मर गए जिंदा उंदा हो? Are you alive? Are you alive? Hello. कुछ तो बोल दो भाई. No problem, no problem. I think everyone is getting idea. Okay, okay. This is what I can say at the end. No problem, no problem. Yeah. Okay. Hi sir. Chalo. No problem. Everyone is alive. Jinda hai. No problem. हाँ. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Okay. हाँ चलो बहुत बढ़िया. So important thing which you have to again read. Don't think by this only you'll be able to do the question in the NEET exam. No. Again from your main notes revise equation of motion. फिर से एक बार देखो. Do all the models of your main notes. Then in the face exam questions has been asked. You can see those questions. No problem. Yeah. So this is how we talk about stopping distance and stopping time. Now from here next part which is again based on equation of motion. Again based on equation of motion given in NCERT is related with motion under gravity. You already know motion under gravity is also an example of motion in a straight line. And when you throw the ball vertically up or you drop the ball vertically down, what type of path it follows? Motion in a straight line. So that's why motion under gravity, the next important part which we call in short as MUG. Motion under gravity. Motion under gravity is the next part of motion in a straight line from where questions are asked. And here you have few special cases which you already know. Just I will revise them. First, so motion under gravity is divided into 3 parts. 3 parts we will have of MUG. First part where they will say ball is projected vertically upward from the ground with speed u. Now ball will go to some maximum height. You must know all these formulas are very important. They will say a ball is projected vertically upward with speed u. They will ask you what is the maximum height ball will attain. H max will become u square by 2g. They will ask you what is the time, what is the total time ball will take to come back on the ground. So time of ascent plus time of descent. Air resistance ignored. Time of ascent and descent equal. So total time of flight will become 2u by g. So they will ask you what is the maximum height ball will attain? U square by 2g. What is the total time after which ball will again come in the hands of the person? 2u by g. This is the first case of MUG, motion under gravity. At the maximum height, velocity of the particle will remain as the acceleration due to gravity. This is the first case of MUG. Second case of MUG is dropping of the ball from certain height. From certain height you are dropping the ball. From certain height you are dropping the ball. You went to the top of the building, you went to the campus, at the roof of the campus. From there you are going to drop anything. Drop anything means you will be 0. Again they will ask you after how much time ball will hit the ground. So formula for that under root of 2h by g. They will also ask you, what is the final velocity of the ball on reaching ground? So final velocity of the ball will come under root of 2gh. This is the second case of mug. And here again we can use gulp. Since initial velocity is 0 here. So in the case of free fall, this is known as free fall. In the case of free fall, again we can use Galileo's ratio, uncle's ratio. Galileo is my uncle. That's why I call it as uncle's ratio. Ratio of distance covered during first second, third second, that ratio will come 1:3:5:7:9. And always remember, this h is the height fallen by the body. Many times the students get confused. They think that h is the height of the ball. No, bhai. These are coming from equation of motion. Equation of motions represent displacement. Displacement or distance. Distance or displacement means covered by the body. So h is the height fallen by the body, not the height from the ground. So this is the second case of mug. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, dhyan do. Third case of mug, from where question came in yesterday PACE exam also. NCERT solved example. I will show you that question. We'll do that question. Same question came in yesterday PACE exam. Yesterday PACE exam. एक बार देख लो. Third case. First case, vertically upward projection. Second case, dropping of the ball. Third case, same thing. You went to the top of the building. Of height h. And you are not dropping the ball. You are throwing the ball vertically upward. Means you'll throw the ball vertically upward with some velocity u. Now what will happen to the ball? If you throw ball vertically upward from the top of the tower, ball will go to some maximum height and ball will come back on the ground. Please ध्यान से सुन लो भाई. Important situation, question आ जाएगा NEET में. In face exam already came. Again it can be asked in the NEET exam also. Chala important. Most recent NEET 2023 question came from here. So important part. एक बार देख लो. No problem. Yeah. So here they will ask you, a ball is projected vertically upward from the top of a tower. Now two things are generally asked. From here. First thing they will ask you, what is the maximum height ball will attain? This maximum height they will ask you. What is the maximum height which ball will attain? So again you will say, so total maximum height will become, already this height is h. This is the extra height which ball will go. And this height you already know. U square by 2g. This is just like vertically upward projection from the ground. So this total, they will ask, what is the maximum height attained by the ball? So maximum height will become, already ball is at height h. From height h, it will go further up by u square by 2g. That means total maximum height will become h plus u square by 2g. This is the first thing that they will ask you. I will show you the question of NCERT also. What is the maximum height which ball will attain here? So ball is already at height h. Extra when you throw u square by 2g. So total maximum height will become h plus u square by 2g. So from there we will get. Second thing they will ask you, what is the total time taken by the ball to come back on the ground? What is the total time taken by the ball? So we'll simply say, so total time will be divided into two parts. One is ascent, other is descent. And here ascent and descent are not equal time, because ascent is chinna, descent is pedda. So you cannot double. You cannot say, so total time will become double of time of no. Both are different, so you have to calculate separately. One will be time of ascent, one will be time of descent. Time of ascent you can find from here to here time. This is just like vertically upward projection from the ground. So time from here to here will become u by g. And time of descent is like your free fall. Time of descent is your free fall. And in free fall you already know time, under root of 2h. Free fall will not happen from this tower. Free fall will happen from maximum height. So under root of 2 h max by g. So this is how we can talk about, is it okay bhai, mug okay, motion, the gravity, all the formulas okay. एक बार बोल दो भाई, we'll move further. We'll start with the questions of NCERT questions start करेंगे. Achha, here they have given one more situation, fourth situation also given in NCERT, where they are saying one ball is projected with speed u downward. It strikes ground with velocity v, and they are asking you find the height of the building. So in such situation, you can always use third equation. This is not any formula. This is not any formula. This is simply use of third equation of motion. U given ball is thrown vertically downward with strikes down with v. Find the height of the tower. You can use third equation. E square minus u square equal to 2gx. Find height of the tower. So this is how we have talked about. Once you can see all this formula, we will talk about the questions of NCERT from here. जल्दी भाई समय हम ले दूं. We will move. No problem, no problem. So I think everyone got the idea. Now let's open the questions from here. Sir, all the formula revised. We have revised all the formula. Now nothing else is left. All the formula revised. Now we'll see the questions from here, which are given in NCERT. So many questions are there. In our face exam also coming, all questions will be solved by this formula. No problem. So let's start with the questions of NCERT from motion in a straight line. And we'll talk about the first example. एक बार देख लो भाई, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो. Yeah, okay. And point is, after class again you have to do this numerical. Don't think that sir this is enough sir. By this only we will be able to do. No. After class again you have to practice this numericals by yourself. I will just now give you simply idea how to solve. Don't be a parasite. Don't depend on someone totally. Teachers are just to guide you. Teachers will not write exam for you. You have to write exam by yourself. So teacher can only guide you. I will only guide you how to do. After that you have to sit by yourself and you have to do by yourself. Then only in the final NEET you will be able to do. So एक बार देख लो, no problem, yeah. Question number 2.1. Question number 2.1. You should have your NCERT with yourself. That will be more better. If you don't have, you can have your NCERT with yourself. Now we will see the question. No problem. Yeah. They're saying position of an object moving along x-axis. X is given. Position given means displacement given. They're saying you one particle is there which is moving along x-axis whose x is given. A plus bt square. And first thing A value given, B value given, which we can put at the end. First thing they are asking you, what is the velocity at t equal to 0 and t equal to 2 seconds? Means they are asking you velocity t equal to 0 means particular instant. T equal to 2 seconds means also particular instant. Means first part they are asking you, what is the velocity of the particle at t equal to 0 and t equal to 2 seconds? Means particular instant means instantaneous velocity. And instantaneous velocity you know. Dx by dt. So from here you will get, if you differentiate, A is a constant differentiation 0, B will remain as it is, t square differentiation will become 2t, means your instantaneous velocity which they are asking will become 2bt. In first situation they are asking at t equal to 0, put t equal to 0, you will get initial velocity at t equal to 0. Second they are asking you t equal to 2 seconds. Put here t equal to 2 seconds, you will get your final velocity at t equal to 2 seconds. B value also you can put. B value they have given 2b. B is given 2.5 into t. Means your instantaneous velocity will become, sir, 5t. T equal to 0, velocity will come 0. T equal to 0, you can say t equal to 0. Put here t 0, velocity will become 0. T equal to 2 seconds, put here t equal to 2, 5 into 2, 10. Your velocity will become 10 meter per second. So this is how we can talk about whenever equation for x is given, instantaneous velocity is asked, we can use differentiation. Once we'll use the differentiation, we will get v, then we'll put that time, we'll get instantaneous velocity. No problem. This is the first part. In second part, they are asking you what is the average velocity of the particle between t equal to 2 seconds and t equal to 4 seconds. Average velocity. So if they are asking you average velocity, so first write the formula for average velocity. Delta x by delta t. Delta x by delta t means x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1. Sir, what is x2? x2 means when time is t2. t2 means when time is 4 seconds. This is the meaning of x2. x2 का मतलब क्या है सर? x2 minus x1. x2 क्या है? x2 is the value of x when t is t2. t2 means final time. So t equal to 4 seconds. X value will give you x2. x1 means when time is 2 seconds. That is your t1. t2 minus t1 means 4 minus 2. Now t equal to 4. You can put here in the equation of x, put t equal to 4. You will get x2. Put t equal to 2. You will get x1. Then you can put and you can divide. You can get the answer. Is it okay? Can I be 100% sure if tomorrow this question will come in the NEET exam, you will be able to do without any if and but? अरे कुछ बोल दिया करो. If same question will be asked tomorrow, x equation given, they have asked you average instantaneous, कर लोगे. अबे कुछ बोलते नहीं हो क्या? मुंह में खाना डाल के बैठे हुए हो क्या? Is it okay? Yeah, okay, no problem. I think everyone will be able to do. Yeah, you are busy in studying and writing and all those things. So no problem. Yeah. Let's move further. So this numerical I think will be done by एक बार फिर से करना भाई. एक बार फिर से करना. मुझे NEET नहीं देना है. You have to give the NEET. You have to. तुम्हें देना है NEET. You will become doctor. You will give NEET. So again, practice this question by yourself. Already in our test, 2-3 times such question has been asked. No problem. Yeah. Let's move further, sir. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's see another question. Very important. Very 2.3. 2.2 was not good question, unnecessary question, so we have left it. Yeah. So 2.3 chala important भाई. एक बार देख लो. In 2.3 they are saying you a ball is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 20 meters per second from the top of a multi-story building. Okay. The height of the point from where ball is thrown is 25 meters. Okay. So they are saying you one ball is projected vertically upward. They are saying you, if you read the question, they are saying a ball is projected vertically upward with a speed of 20 meters per second from a multi-story building. The height of the point from where ball is projected, this is given as 25 meter. And they are asking, बहुत ही important question है भाई, बहुत ही important question है. They are asking you how high the ball will rise. How high the ball will rise means maximum height of the ball. So already just now I told. I am not a fool that I have told you just now because I am knowing. I already know this situation is given here. This situation is given in NCERT. This situation is already given in NCERT. So that's why I have told you. They are asking you find the. Just I was trying to get it. Not coming. No problem. Yeah. So they are asking you find the how high the ball will rise. Means they are asking you H max. In this situation, you already know H max. H plus U square by 2G. Just put 25 U square by 2G. If you do, that will give you 20. So maximum height attained by the ball will become 45 meters. How high above the ground ball will rise? Means maximum height we will get. Second, there are long the ball. How long will it be before the ground? Means how much time ball will it take to hit the ground? That means they are asking you total time of flight, which you already know U by G plus under root of 2H max by G. So U by G, U 20 by G 10 plus under root of 2H max, not H max. 2H max, H max we already have 45 by G. So if you solve from here, this will give you 2, this will give you 3. Total answer will become 5 seconds. So this is how we can talk about. I don't feel. देखो, I am doing my 100%. I don't feel you should feel any. If a known question will come, I am not giving guarantee. But if known question will come, you should be able to do. Because we are discussing. पागल थोड़ी है. We are discussing in the class, giving in the paper. Still some question will come. Still you are saying, you are not a human being. You are a dead person. So those questions which are done in the class, you should not miss in the final NEET exam. So this is how we can talk about. There should not be any problem. Let's move further. Let's move to the next question. Oh my God. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2.5, again your important question, which you already know. Galileo's ratio of odd number distance traveled in equal interval of time by freely falling body from the rest, 1:3:5. They are asking to prove it. We will not prove it, we will remember it. We don't have time to prove everything. How many places you'll prove? Now you can remember now. Galileo's ratio, odd number ratio, we got, no problem. Next situation is related with stopping distance and stopping time. Already you can see stopping distance, u square by 2a. U square by 2a. Here they have taken a as acceleration. That's why. So from here we will get, we have considered only magnitude. So s will be equal to u square by 2a. So v naught square by 2a. I think everyone will get. Again, stopping distance situation. No one should feel problem. Now one more situation is given, 2.7. Related with reaction time. So NCERT at the end of this chapter they have given. So we'll talk about this situation. No problem. एक बार देख लो. Question came in our test also previously from here. एक बार देख लो. Okay. You know, we cannot react. Just I will talk about, then I will tell you what question given. Because reading this much is impossible for you. Because you'll read top, you'll forget bottom. When you read bottom, you'll forget top. So एक बार देख लो how question will be asked. First, meaning of what question they have given. Always remember, we human being cannot react instantaneously. Spontaneously we cannot react. Because sometimes because what happened? We have brain. We see the objects through eyes. But we don't. For example, you are driving your car. You have seen many times, if something come on the road, you don't apply brake instantaneously. Because you see from your eyes, but you don't apply brake from your eyes. Is it like that? You are driving your car, someone came on the road, you applied brake with your eyes? No. You see from your eyes, optic nerve sends signal to the brain sends signal to your legs impulse goes to the legs apply brake. There will be some time delay. This is known as reaction time. So that is the reaction time they are trying to explain. And for this they are saying you one question. We will see whether that question we have in this PDF or not. PDF question is not there. I will tell you what is the question. I already know. Okay, no problem. I only prepared this PDF. Yeah. Okay. So question is like this. For example, question that's trying to say like this. Let's assume, for example, this is the question. For example, if someone is saying, sir, I have this pen in my hand. Drop the pen and try to catch it. If I drop, I can catch. The instant I will drop, I will catch. Because both things are done by both of my hands. I am only dropping, I am only taking catch. But assume you are dropping and your friend is trying to take the catch. There will be some time delay. That time delay is known as reaction time, which they have explained. So they are talking about, dekh lo ek baar, what is the numerical? We don't have more time for that. Okay. You play sometimes na bhai. And sometimes you play with your friends na. One friend put the hand, other friend try to hit it. So always they are not able to hit. This is the game of reaction time. So here they are saying, you are dropping one scale. They are saying one object is there or one scale is there. Someone is dropping this scale. They are saying after dropping, next person who is trying to take the catch. After dropping, the person which is trying to take the catch is taking the catch. But he cannot take catch instantaneously. During that time, scale will fall down by some height h. So they are asking you find the reaction time. So this is just like free fall. No need to think more. They will say scale fall by height h when the person tried to take the catch. Means free fall situation. Scale fall by height h. Scale fall by height h. Scale fall by height h. They are asking you time. So directly you already know. Time will be equal to under root of 2h by g. And this is the time it takes to take the catch. So this is his reaction time. So sometimes they will give you height, they will ask you reaction time. Sometimes they will give you reaction time and they will ask how much height this scale will fall. Is it okay? समझे क्या भाई? समझे क्या? Height fall in h. So time will be under root of 2h by g. Done. और कुछ नहीं. Height fallen edge, so time will be under root of 2h by g. That's it. एक बार बोल दो. And you can see this question from NCERT. Only my saying will not work because we don't have more time. You have to be now at least sincere. You have to see from NCERT by yourself. So this is how we have completed motion in a straight line as per our NCERT. As per our NCERT, we have completed motion in a straight line. Then we will start with our next chapter. We will start with motion in a plane. Is it okay? Shall we start motion in a plane? शुरू कर दे मोशन इन अ प्लेन. Motion in a straight line, hypo and dv took 1 hour. Around 1 hour. So we'll start with motion in a plane. We will talk about all the important formula. Then we'll again like this only we'll see the numerical. तो एक बार देख लो motion in a plane, motion in a plane, motion in a plane. एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो. परवा ले दू. समय we will talk about motion in a plane. Motion in a plane. First thing, this is not motion in aeroplane. Many people think motion in a plane means sir is talking about plane, aeroplane nahi. Motion in a plane means two-dimensional motion, 2D motion. And this 2D motion will be divided into two parts. One will be our projectile and one will be our circular motion. Both we will talk one by one. So first we will talk about projectile motion and then we will talk about circular motion. All the important formula of chala important. Projectile one question will come, circular motion one question will come. So two questions our target. My target is to make those two questions strike in the final NEET exam. But I cannot tell question. I can only talk about formula which will be used here. तो एक बार देख लो, projectile motion and circular motion both we will talk. Motion in a plane. Motion in a plane. So first let's talk about projectile. Let's talk about projectile. एक बार देख लो all the formula. I will talk about projectile. First thing you must know, two types of projectile we have. One is oblique projectile. Means ground to ground projection. Oblique projectile means ground to ground projection. Here when you throw the ball, ground to ground projection means you throw the ball with speed u and angle theta. First thing, ball will take some time to reach the ground. So time of flight for the ball will be, for ground to ground projection, time of flight will be 2u sine theta by g. Second thing which they asked last year NEET question, what is the maximum height attained by the projectile? H max, u square sine square theta by 2g. Third, find the range of projectile. You must know the formulas here. Range of projectile. So range of projectile will come u square sine 2 theta by g. So first thing, time of flight 2u sine theta by g. Second is maximum height attained by the projectile, u square sine square theta by 2g. Third is range of projectile, u square sine 2 theta by g. Fourth important point, all these are important point. Fourth important point is, if you throw the projectile with speed u and angle theta, what is the velocity of the projectile at maximum height? एक बार देख ले, छाला important. First thing, velocity of the projectile at maximum height will be horizontal. At maximum height, projectile will not have any vertical velocity. Only velocity of the projectile will be horizontal, and that horizontal velocity will be u cos theta. Because in vertical, gravity is there, in horizontal no acceleration is there, so that's why horizontal velocity will remain constant. So velocity at maximum height will be u cos theta. Sometimes they try to relate kinetic energy also at maximum height. Already these questions has been asked in previous phase exams. Questions has been asked. So they also ask, sir, final velocity at maximum height u cos theta. Second thing, what is the kinetic energy of the projectile at h max? At maximum height, how much kinetic energy projectile will have? So you already know half mv square. Velocity at maximum height you already know, u cos theta. So u cos theta whole square. Now this will become half mu square cos square theta. Half mu square is the initial kinetic energy. So at maximum height, final kinetic energy will become k cos square theta. So first, time of flight. Second, maximum height attained. Third, range. Fourth, velocity of the projectile at maximum height, u cos theta. Fifth, kinetic energy of the projectile at maximum height, k cos square theta. Sixth, always remember, if you know h max and range, you can always find angle of, very important. 3-4 times question has been asked. H max is known, sir, range is known. Can we relate them? Yes, you can relate them with the help. So whenever H max, maximum height of the projectile given, range given, you can always calculate angle of projection. Tan theta will be equal to 4h max by r. Chala important. If we know maximum height attained by the projectile, if we know the range, we can find angle of projection. Whenever h max and range relation is given and anyone asks you angle of projection, use the formula tan theta equal to 4h max by r. Now, so these are the basic formula. Next important point. थोड़ा देख ले भाई. So first, time of flight 2u sin theta by g. Second, h max u square sin square theta by 2g. Range u square sin 2 theta by g. Tan theta equal to 4h max by r. Velocity of the projectile at maximum height u cos theta. Kinetic energy of the projectile at maximum height k cos square theta. Next important point is, for what angle? Question is asked. In NCERT explained. They are talking about two special cases of range. Range has two special cases. First thing, someone says, I want range of the projectile to be maximum. So always remember, range of the projectile will be maximum only when angle of projection will be 45 degrees. So tomorrow they can ask you, for what angle range of the projectile will be maximum? 45 degree. For 45 degree projectile will always have maximum range. They can also ask you, what is that maximum range? That maximum range will come. You can put here 45. 2 into 45, 90. Sin 90 will be 1. That maximum range will come u square by g. Chala important. Two special cases of range are there. For what angle range will be maximum and what is that maximum range? Second important, for two angle, last test also question came. For two different angle you can get same range, but not any two angle. Angles must be complementary. Range for theta 1 can be equal to range for theta 2, but for that theta 1 plus theta 2 must be equal to 90. That means range for theta will be same as range for 90 minus theta. Is it okay, bhai? Is it okay? These are all the important points from projectile motion given in NCERT. Done. For two different angle, you will get same range, but those angles must be complementary. Last test only question came. I will show you that question also. अरे बोल दो भाई जल्दी, फायर चल रहा है, इससे धीरे धीरे थोड़ी होगा. So this is how we can talk about our projectile motion, which is asked from here. No problem. So I think everyone will be able to get. Now next part we will talk from here, motion in a plane. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah. Motion in a plane in NCERT, circular motion is also part of motion in a plane. So we'll talk about circular motion here. So projectile motion we have completed. Next is our circular motion. Circular motion means horizontal circle. Circular motion means we have to study uniform circular motion. So we'll talk about uniform circular, then we will see the numericals which are asked from here, which are given in NCERT. No problem. एक बार देख लो. Uniform circular motion, or this circular motion we are also talking about horizontal circular motion. Two types of circular motion will come. One will be horizontal, one will be vertical. Vertical we will talk in work power energy. Right now we'll talk about uniform circular motion or horizontal circular motion. So always remember, horizontal circular motion or uniform circular motion. Horizontal circular motion or uniform circular motion means first you must know kinematics of that. Kinematics of that means when body is moving in uniform circle. Uniform circular motion means speed will be constant. Speed of the particle going in circular path will be constant. So first thing you must know, when the particle is moving in uniform circle, when particle is moving in horizontal circle, first thing, at every instant, particle velocity will be tangential. And every instant, particle will have centripetal acceleration AC. In uniform circular motion, only one acceleration will be there, that is centripetal acceleration. And since body is going in circle, it will have angular velocity. And of course, it is a circular path, so particle must have some radius. So first thing you must know their value. First value is, if V is given, omega is given, R is given, how to relate them? V equal to omega R. Second thing, you must know how to write the value of AC. Centripetal acceleration, AC will be V square by R or omega square R. So these are the two important things which you must know. How to relate velocity at every time will be tangential. Acceleration will be centripetal acceleration. V square by R, or AC will be omega square R. Sir, V will be equal to omega R. What is omega, sir? Omega is 2 pi F. What is F, sir? F is frequency. How to calculate frequency? Total number of rotation by total number of time. So these are the basic properties of uniform circular motion. AC will be omega square R or V square by R. You will have velocity, tangential velocity. Velocity will be omega R. Frequency, what is omega? Omega is related with frequency, 2 pi F. Or what is F, sir? Frequency, number of revolution by total time. So from there we can talk. No problem. Yeah. Now dhyan de. Be focused. Not yet over. This is the property of uniform circular motion. But more important part, from where questions are asked, sir, how? Thoda dhyan dena, please. Thoda dhyan do. Last year 2 NEET happened. In both NEET one question came. In our test also, yesterday also one question came. Thoda dhyan de. Focus karke dhyan de. These were properties of circular motion. Uniform circular motion, AC V square by R, omega square R, V equal to omega R. These are the property. But sometimes questions are asked, for example, some cases has been discussed in NCERT. They are saying, for example, tomorrow if you attach one ball of mass M to a string of length L, and if you rotate this ball in horizontal circle, they will ask you, what is the tension in the string? Tension will give centripetal force. So tension in the string will become tension will give you centripetal force. Your tension will be equal to centripetal force. Centripetal force means mass into centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration, just now you saw. Centripetal acceleration, two values can come. V square by R or omega square R. So value of tension in the string will become mv square by R or m omega square R. Here R will be same as length of the string. Tomorrow they will say breaking tension, maximum tension, V will come maximum, omega will become maximum. Last year in NEET they simply asked, if omega is doubled, what will happen to the tension in the string? It will become 4 times. So this is a very important result. If you attach one string to a ball and if you rotate in horizontal circle, tension will give centripetal force. Tension value will be mv square by R or m omega square R. This is the first situation. Second important case from here given in NCERT. Tomorrow if you are going to take one circular turn, in a circular turn, what is the maximum, chala important, maximum safe speed on a horizontal circular turning? That maximum safe speed on horizontal circular turning will be under root of mu s r g. Dynamics of circular motion, maximum safe speed on horizontal circular turning under root of mu s r g. So mu s value will be given, r value will be given, g value put there, you'll get the answer. This is the second situation. Third situation, if you have banking of road, if someone says, sir, if I have a bank road, one road is there in which we have done banking of the road, then they will ask you what is the banking speed. Banking speed on a bank road will come up under root of rg tan theta. Banking speed they will ask you. थोड़ा focus करके देख. These are yesterday also one question came from here. Banking speed will come under root of rg tan theta. On the bank road, they can also ask you maximum safe speed on the bank road. You must know the formula for that. Maximum safe speed on the bank road will come under root of rj tan theta plus mu s by 1 minus mu s tan theta. They will give you theta mu s. They will ask you maximum safe speed on the bank road. You can put here, you can get the answer. If they ask you minimum safe speed, this value has been, don't think. This value has been asked 3-4 times in the NEET exam. They have only asked the formula. Tomorrow they can give you values and they will ask you exact value. You can remember and you can put. If they ask you minimum safe speed, because maximum asked 2-3 times. Next time they can ask you minimum safe speed. If they ask you minimum, here minus will come, here plus will come. So these are the points which are given in NCERT from uniform circular motion, horizontal circular motion. Is it okay? Bol do bhai. Then we will see the question of NCERT. Is it okay? Is it okay? कुछ बोल दो भाई, जिंदा हो तो कुछ बोल दो, सिग्नल दे दो, हाँ 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 जिंदा हूं सर. So this is how we can talk about. Okay is okay is okay. So एक बार फिर से देख लेते, recap कर लेते भाई, recap कर लेते, because 2 chapters we covered. But again we will do numerical. It will be good for you. No problem. अच्छे से OKT question, projectile motion law mandatory. Mandatory. The way for you bhojanam every day is mandatory ना. Projectile motion mandatory है. एक क्वेश्चन पूछेगा डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूला बेस्ड. सेकंड वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम सर्कुलर मोशन, मे बी थ्योरेटिकल, मे बी न्यूमेरिकल. लास्ट ईयर 2 क्वेश्चन केम फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर इज दिस इन दिस स्लाइड ना. तो पागल हो गया हो क्या? व्हाटएवर इज इन दिस स्लाइड ना, दिस स्लाइड एंड दिस स्लाइड, 2 क्वेश्चन केम लास्ट ईयर इन द नीट एग्जाम. 2 क्वेश्चंस केम. So that's why you have to see all this situation again after the class. तो एक बार अच्छे से बैठ के देखना, then only you'll be able to do in the NEET exam. Let's start with motion in a plane. We'll see the questions which are given in NCERT, no problem. Some out of the world questions are also given. Okay, we'll see those questions, no problem. So we'll start the question of motion in a plane in NCERT. They have completed projectile motion in 1 page, circular motion in 1 page, but we cannot complete. So we'll see all the points. एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, no problem, no problem, no problem. We'll see the question of NCERT. Some important formula will be covered once we'll see the different question. No problem, yeah. Okay. So question number 3.1. एक बार देखना भाई, then only this will be helpful. After class again you have to see. एक बार देख लो. Example number 3.1. We'll talk about this question. This is not any question of concept. This is not any question of concept. This is a simple general information question. एक बार देख लो. They are talking about rain is falling. Okay, wind is started blowing. Find the east to west. In which direction boy should hold the umbrella? This question came in JEE Mains. NEET never asked, but in JEE Mains they have asked the same question, same data also. तो एक बार देख लो. This question don't require any formula, any concept. Just simple question. They're saying you rain is falling vertically. Okay, with how much velocity, sir? 35 meter per second. No problem. One rain is there. Rain is falling vertically with 35 meter per. तो ध्यान देना. Then only you'll be able to understand. Rain is falling vertically with 35 meter per second. If wind start blowing, you know, if you drop a piece of page, if you drop a piece of paper in air, in which direction paper will go? In the direction of wind. So same thing will happen. Rain is falling with 35 meter per second. Now wind started blowing. Wind started blowing with 12 meter per second. So due to wind also rain will get one velocity na bhai. Rain will also get one velocity na. Rain was falling vertically, but wind start. This is what you do now. And when you drop a piece of paper, paper fall vertically. But if wind blows, due to wind also paper get the velocity. Same thing will happen. Rain was falling with 12, but once wind started blowing from east to west, rain will also get one velocity from east to west due to wind. Due to wind, rain will also get velocity. Means net velocity of the rain will become net velocity means resultant velocity of the rain will become 12 also, 15 also. Both are perpendicular. Under root of 12 square plus 35 square. You can find net velocity, no problem. Second thing, they are asking you at what angle you should hold the umbrella. In what direction you should hold the umbrella. Angle we always calculate from vertical. Theta you can calculate. Now rain was having 35 original, but wind also 12. So net velocity of the rain like this. So if for me I was holding umbrella, rain was vertical, wind started blowing. So to protect myself, rain net velocity is this. This is the net velocity. Now net velocity is like this. So I'll hold umbrella also in the direction of net velocity. Now you can calculate this theta. You can calculate tan theta. Tan theta will become opposite by adjacent, that is 12 by 35. So this is how we can talk about. And if you have problem, then direct formula also you can remember. You can remember direct formula. In this type of situation, in wind man problem, तो देख ले भाई, wind rain problem, net velocity of the rain, resultant velocity of the rain will become, directly you can use this formula, under root of VR square plus VW square. You can use this result if you don't have brain, because last days are there, so okay, no problem, time is not there. Yeah, if anyone asks you angle, tan theta you can calculate, VW by V ray. So these two results you can, if you are not able to understand, then you can remember. If question will come, you will be able to do, no problem. Yeah, so this is how we can, but see this question again by yourself. खुद से एक बार देखना भाई, खुद से एक बार देखना. We'll move further, we don't have that much of time. चलो भाई आगे बढ़ते हैं. This is what they have done. Question number 3.4. This is very important. This is easy also, important also. This is easy also, important also. In our test also question came, last to last face exam same question came, only data was different. तो एक बार देख ले. Very important. Hello, class में सो रहे हो ना, नीट में भी जाके सो जाना 3 घंटे. You'll enjoy that sleep. You'll enjoy that. से 3 घंटे सो गई. वाह, half of the life went in sleeping. More than half of the life. तो एक बार देख लो, no problem. I'm just joking, no problem. Yeah. So they have given you, एक बार देख लो, they have given you position vector. Position vector means just like displacement vector. They are asking you find VT and AT. VT and AT means velocity at a particular time. AT means acceleration at a particular time. They are given you R. They are asking, you will simply say, sir, R given, you want V now. So V bar will become, sir, dr by dt. Sir, they are asking you V bar. So V bar you can find velocity after time t, dr by dt. Now differentiate it. 3t I cap. So when you differentiate, it will become 3I cap. This will become 2t square j cap. That will become 2, yeah, if you differentiate, it will become 4t j cap. 5 differentiation will become 0. 5 differentiation, 5 constant, its differentiation will become 0. This is V bar. Second, they are also asking you about A bar. A bar means dv by dt. Now if you differentiate, 3I cap differentiation will become 0. 4t j cap differentiation, 4t differentiation will become 4. So 4j cap, because once you differentiate, this will become 0, t differentiation will become, so this is your V after time t, this acceleration after time t. So this is the first part. Find Vt and At of the particle. Second, they are asking you find the magnitude and direction of velocity at t equal to 1 second. At t equal to 1 second, they are asking you magnitude. So at t equal to 1 second, you can find velocity now. Put here t equal to 1. Velocity will become 3I cap plus 4j cap. If anyone asks you magnitude of velocity, that will become under root of 3 square plus 4 square. That will come 5 meter per second. If anyone asks you find angle, find direction. Direction means with x-axis. Direction means with x-axis. They are asking you angle. So you can find this angle. This velocity along y is 4. Along x, I cap means x, 3. So tan theta will become Vy by Vx. And from here you will put the value that will become 4 by 3. Is it okay, bhai? Is it okay? क्या मैंने time pass कर दिया? Have I wasted my time and your time? On Sunday we are having the class. My time is also important. At least on Sunday I am taking class. My time is also, your time is also important. Does I have wasted your time and my time? नहीं. हाँ, तो एक बार अच्छे से देखना, खुद से नहीं करोगे, no nothing. Yeah. You are preparing for becoming a doctor. If you don't have feeling of becoming doctor, you'll never. No one can make you doctor if you don't have the feeling. So bring that feeling. Last 7 days are there. Again revise from again see this question of NCERT. Tomorrow it may be directly asked in the NEET exam. एक बार देख लेना. No problem. Yeah. Now we'll move to the next question. चलो भाई. Important model. Both very important, bhai. This is what we were talking about. Range for, in last test only question came. 2 signs. If the angle falls, but what is exactly meaning of this statement? This is also saying same thing. If for elevation which exceed or falls shortly, exceed means 1 is 45. Exceed means little more than 45. Little more than 45 means one angle will become 45 plus alpha. Exceed means extra 45 plus alpha. Again, second one, fall from 45 means less than 45 by same amount, by equal amount more than 45, equal amount less than 45. Now you can see here again theta 1 plus theta 2 will be equal to 90 degree. Complementary angle. Again range will be equal. Range for 45 plus alpha will be same as range for 45 minus alpha. So this is the relation which you already know. हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. एक बार फिर से देख लेना. I don't have time for this. You can see for the angles 45 plus alpha, 45 minus alpha. Range will be equal. They are same equal to the 2 cos alpha. That is the explanation given. So this is how we can talk about question number. Let's talk about question number. Yesterday face exam question came. Same question came. It was converted in the form of numerical. Yeah. Again question number 3.7. एक बार देख लो. Before talking about question number 3.7. One part of projectile motion we missed. I will just cover up that part. No problem. Yeah. Okay. We'll just revise the formula. Yeah. Okay. In hurry we missed that. Yeah. So we'll revise that. Then we will do the numerical. That question we will see. We talk about projectile. We only talk about oblique projectile, ground to ground projection. But you know there is second type of projectile also, which is known as horizontal projectile. Second type of projectile is horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile means from the top of the building, you will throw the ball horizontally. Again they will ask you, what is time of flight? They will ask you in how much time ball will reach the ground. Under root of 2h by g. They will again ask you what is the range of projectile. Range will become u into t, that is u into under root of 2h by g. If anyone asks you what is the final velocity after time t, that will come under root of u square plus gt whole square. Again, these are the 3 important formula for horizontal projectile. Time of flight under root of 2h by g. Range u into under root of 2h by g. Final velocity after time t under root of u square plus gt whole square. And you can see that formula. They go a formula. The same formula will work in this question. 3 point. Here maximum height, y maximum height will come. Here already you are at the maximum height. That is your maximum height. Ball will come down. So no maximum height will come in the case of horizontal projectile. एक बार देख लो 3.7. Hiker means the person, stuntman. Stuntmen are also known as hiker. The way we have biker. In the similar manner we have hiker. Hiker means the people who can hike. Hike means the person who can jump. So one person is there, one hiker stand on a building of height 490 meter, okay. Throws a stone. He is throwing the stone, no problem. He is throwing the stone horizontally with you. Ball will go, it will hit the ground. They are asking you, find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. Horizontal projectile. Time under root of 2h by g. Time under root of 2h by g. Second, they are asking you speed with which ball will hit the ground. Speed with which ball will hit the ground means final velocity they are asking. That is under root of u square plus gt whole square. But sir, t not given. T you will calculate from here. T you will calculate from here. Yeah. Ball is projected horizontally at height. No problem. So from height, if you project the ball, this is our time of flight. This is our final velocity after time t. So you can just simply, all the values are given, just simply put the values, you will get the answer. So ball projected horizontally, time under root of 2h by g. Final velocity with which ball will hit the ground, under root of u square plus gt whole square. So how I'll get the time? Time will come from here. Put there, एक बार खुद से करोगे, then only you'll be able to do in the NEET exam. Let's move to the next question. This is a direct question. And last to last year, okay, no problem. Venkat, that is not important. That's why we left. No problem. Yeah, those important which are just covering that. Yeah. Question number 3.8. This is the question. First part of this question came last to last year in the NEET. NEET 2023, last to last year NEET exam question came, first part came. You can see u given, theta given, maximum height they are asking you. Abhi bata ke rakha hai. U given, theta given, maximum height attained by the horizontal projectile, maximum height attained by the horizontal projectile, maximum height attained. These are asking you this formula. U square sin square theta by 2g. In that numerical they've asked time of flight, h max, range. एक बार देख. They are not believing. In a last to last year in the NEET only question came. U given. You can see u given. Hey Bhagwan, u given, theta given, h max they are asking, you can calculate. Time of the flight they are asking, you will calculate. From the distance, the distance from the thrower to the point where ball will return on the same level. Means distance from thrower. Here person will throw, ball will again come back here. This distance is nothing. This distance is known as range. So this is how we can talk about this question number 5. But once again you will see, then only you will be able to do. Let's move to the next question भाई. चलो एक और क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं NCERT का. Chala important. G we will take 9.8. If nothing given, G you will always take. Don't take 10 by yourself. If G value has to be taken 10, they will mention. Otherwise, you will take 9.8. Now, एक बार देख लो. चलो कोई बात नहीं. हाँ. Question number 3.9. Important. एक बार देख लेते हैं. Yeah. They're saying an insect trapped in the circular groove of radius given, okay. When we are reading the question, what are information given? R given. Complete 7 revolution in 10 seconds. They're asking what is the omega, what is angular speed, linear speed. Is the acceleration constant vector? What is the magnitude of? Means once you read the question, they are asking you omega. First thing. Second thing, they are asking you v. Linear speed means tangential speed. That is your v. Third, they are asking you value of AC. What is the magnitude of acceleration? AC. Now from here, these are the three things they are asking. Now you'll simply say, sir, what is the angular speed? And what they have given, I know, sir, they have given 7 revolutions. एक बार पढ़ अच्छे से देख. Groove steadily and complete 7 revolution in 10 seconds. 7 revolution in 10 seconds means frequency you can calculate. Total number of revolution per unit time. Frequency will become, what is n? 7. And what is time? 10. Frequency will come. So first information is given to calculate frequency. 7 revolution in 100. 7 revolution in 100 seconds. Okay, 7 revolution in 100 seconds means you can find frequency 7 by 100. And once you have frequency, omega you know 2 pi f. Just dump the value of frequency here, omega will come. Second, they are asking you v. Once you have omega, r already given, v equal to omega r. Put here, you will get v. Third, they are asking you centripetal acceleration. Now you can use, you know omega, you can use omega square r. If you want, you can use v also. If you use v, it will become v square by r. 7, एक बार सुन फिर से. I cannot do calculation there. एक बार सुन. 7 revolution in 100 seconds means frequency is given. Number of revolution per unit time. Frequency will become 7 by 100. Once you know frequency, omega 2 pi f. Once you know omega, v equal to omega r. Once you know v and omega, AC they are asking you v square by r or omega square r. Is it okay? बोल दो भाई, जल्दी से बोल दो, कर लोगे. If such question in the test, in our test also such questions will keep on coming. Important type of model. So this is how we have talked about, and I will give you break of 5 minutes. Then again we will start. Is it okay? Because I know many people are waiting, sir. But this will be helpful. This fire will be helpful only when after class you see all these models by yourself. So I am giving you break of 5 minutes, not more. Break of 5 minutes. Then we will again start. I will write the timing when we will start. हे भगवान, ये क्या हो रहा है भाई? हाँ चलो. So we'll start. Right now time is 8:40. We'll start at 8:45. 5 minutes break. Till 5 minutes you can, if you want to eat something, if you want to take one power nap, you can take. I will also ask them to put the water. All అయిపోయింది. Hi. Break time over. We planned for 5 minutes, but break happened around 8 to 10 minutes. No problem. Yeah. Shall we again start? Hi. Water refilling done. Water was not there. So let's start. So we have completed motion in a straight line. We have completed motion in a plane. Now we'll start with Newton's laws of motion. We'll start with laws of motion. No problem. Yeah. Okay. So again we will start motion in a straight line, motion in a plane, including circular motion. Means 3 chapters are completed. We'll start with Newton's laws of motion. So एक बार देख लो. First we'll talk about all the important formula, all the important concept, and then we will move further. Then we'll see the question of NCERT. No problem. Yeah. So first thing in NLM, we'll start with our Newton's laws of motion. First, we will talk about all the basic formula which you require to know, from where question will be asked directly in the final NEET exam. So first thing in NLM which you have to know is the instantaneous value of force. Instantaneous force is dP by dt. And second is our average force. Average force means delta P by delta T. This delta P is also known as impulse. This delta P means change in momentum. This change in momentum in physics we also call it as impulse. So first important part, F instantaneous dP by dt, F average delta P by delta T. So delta P is what? Change in momentum, which we also call as impulse. Final momentum minus initial momentum. F instantaneous dP by dt, F average delta P by delta T. Delta P is change in momentum, which we also call as impulse. No problem. Now थोड़ा ध्यान देना. Okay, this is the concept, sir. Now what are the different models which are designed from here? एक बार देख लो. First and most important, not one time, 7 to 8 times one thing has been asked in the NEET exam. For example, if someone came and says, if a ball comes with momentum mu and ball rebounds with momentum mu, then they will ask you, if a ball strikes with momentum mu, ball will rebound with momentum mu, they will ask you find the impulse on the ball. If they ask you impulse on the ball means change in momentum, they are asking. Change in momentum will not be 0. Change in momentum will be 2 mu. People think, sir, this is also mu, this is also mu. No, momentum is not potato, momentum is not tomato, it's a vector quantity. So if upward momentum you have taken positive, this downward momentum will be negative. So change will become mu minus of minus mu. Change in momentum will become 2 mu. So this is the first thing. They can also ask you, in this situation, what is the average force on the ball? Delta P by delta T. That will become 2 mu by T. T means time for which ball remained in contact with the ground. T means the time for which ball has remained in the contact with the ground. This is the first situation. Second situation, they will say same model. But now they will say if the ball is coming normally, rebounding normally. Second situation, they ask if the ball strikes the ground making an angle theta. Ball strikes the ground with momentum mu, making an angle theta. Ball rebounds with same momentum mu, making angle same theta. Then here your impulse will become chala important. NCERT numerical is also there. Here impulse will become 2 mu cos theta. If you want to become doctor, you have to remember this formula. I cannot derive these formulas right now, but you can keep this formula in your mind. They can again ask you average force, 2 mu cos theta by t. Third possibility which is asked here, sometimes they don't give angle with the normal. Sometimes they give angle with the surface. With the surface, if angle is given, then your impulse on the ball will become. Here you have theta with the normal. With the surface, if angle is given, there you will get cos 90 minus theta. It will become 2 mu sine theta. In all this situation, if anyone asks you average force, impulse by time. Divide by time, you'll get average force also. Is it okay? Bol do bhai. Ball coming with momentum mu, rebounding with momentum mu, change in momentum will be 2 mu. That change in momentum is also known as impulse. Change in momentum by time will give you average force. So these are the three important models which are asked. From here we will see the questions from here in our NCERT. This is the first type of situation which is asked in our chapter NLM. Second situation is asked with different type of models. Dhyan do, be focused, yeah. Different type of models means, tomorrow they will say two. For example, the question which came last year in the NEET exam. Tomorrow they will say two blocks are kept side by side. This block is M1, this block is M2. They will say if I push the system by force F, first thing they will ask you, what is the acceleration of the system? Mottam force by mottam mass. Net force is F, total mass is M1 plus M2. They will also ask you how much is the contact force between M1 and M2. So we'll simply say M2 is moving due to contact between M1 and M2. So if anyone asks you what is the contact force, what is the normal reaction between M1 and M2, that N will become, this M2 will move due to this contact force. So N for block M2, if you see for block M2, N is acting, so N will be equal to its mass M2 into acceleration. This is the value of acceleration that you will put there. One of the easiest question, one of the famous model, the question which came last year in the NEET exam. Bodies in contact, two blocks were there. They asked what is the contact force between the blocks. So first you can calculate acceleration, total force by total mass. Once you know acceleration, why M2 is moving. I'm not even touching M2, but still M2 is moving now. That means M2 is moving due to contact force. So on the block M2, contact force is acting. So that force will be equal to its mass into acceleration. This is the second part from where question is asked. Third type of model is asked, same question will be asked, but now they will attach the blocks with the help of string. For example, two blocks are there, one is M1, one is M2. They will say the system is pulled by force F, find acceleration. Again, mottam force by mottam mass will give you acceleration. Now again they will ask you, what is the tension in the string? So we'll simply say M1 is moving due, because force we are not applying on M1. But still M1 will move now. So who will be responsible for motion of M1? That is the tension in the string. So tension will become M1 into A. A value you can put here, you will get the value of tension in the string. This is the third model which is asked. Fourth model from here which is asked is liftman problem. एक बार देख ले liftman problem भाई. Liftman problem whenever it is asked, always remember reading of your weighing machine చాలా important. बार बोल रहा हूं मैं again and मल्ली time చెప్పండి నేను చెప్పండి. Reading of weighing machine means M into G effective. Now someone will say, sir, how to get G effective? Three possibilities will come. Three possibilities. First, if system goes upward, if lift goes upward with an acceleration A, G effective will become G plus A. If the lift goes downward with an acceleration A, G effective will become G minus A. If the lift is going up or down with constant velocity means acceleration 0, G effective will become, you can use here G plus 0, G minus 0, it will remain as G. Fourth possibility, if the lift falls freely means downward acceleration equal to G. If you put here downward acceleration equal to G, G minus G, it will become 0. G effective will become 0. This is the fourth model which is asked from here. So, first model, how to calculate impulse and average force. Second model, bodies in contact. Third model, connected bodies. Fourth model, liftman problem. So these are the four models which we have. Fifth model is related with pulley block problem. Chala important bhai. Chala. In every gap of 2 years, they are asking question. Last to NEET 2022 question came. Again, chance is there. They cannot ask you same model every year. So sometimes they ask liftman problem. Sometimes, so they keep on shuffling this. So last year, 2-3 years back, one question came from pulley block problem or attitude machine, which you must know the formula. They will say two blocks are hanging, chala important by 3-4 times they've asked this question. One is M1, one is M2. They will say if the system is released, find acceleration. So you must know the formula for acceleration here. M1 minus M2 into G by M1 plus M2. Here M1 means the mass which is heavier. The mass which is heavier is known as M1. Here they will also ask you find tension in the string. So 2M1 M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. So this is the important formula that we have here. Is it okay? So this is how we can talk about. So pulley block problem, M1, M2, find the acceleration. Everyone remember M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. Tension in the string will become 2M1, M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. This is the fifth type of model. Sixth type of model is related with friction. एक बार देख लो भाई, एक बार देख लो. Sixth type of model is related in NLM, in NCERT. In NLM only they have counted friction. So friction they will talk about, that is sixth type of model. And in friction, two models are very important. First model, if one truck is there, with how much on the back side of truck one block is kept. They are asking, you have seen this type of situation. If driver of the truck drives the truck very rashly, block will fall. So they always ask, what is the maximum acceleration truck will have so that block will not fall? So maximum acceleration, last year NEET 2022 question came, maximum acceleration of the truck so that block will not fall. That maximum acceleration will be mu g. Actually it is mu s into g, whatever the value of mu given, mu s into g. And here another important thing given in NCERT. Tomorrow if you have a horizontal plane, on the horizontal plane if you keep the block of mass m, now they will say, they are saying, if I start increasing, right now this plane is horizontal, this block is kept on the horizontal plane. If I start increasing the angle, a time will come when block will start sliding down. So always remember at that time this angle is known as angle of repose, and this angle of repose we can calculate using tan theta r equal to mu s. So these are the two important results. Another important result, they will say if a block of mass m is kept on rough horizontal surface, what is the minimum force required just to move the block? What is the minimum horizontal force required just to move the block? So minimum horizontal force required just to move the block will be equal to limiting friction. Last pace exam, not yesterday, day before yesterday, last pace 8 question came. Minimum force required just to move the block on the horizontal surface, that will be equal to limiting friction. Limiting friction you already know, mu s into n. N you already know, n will be equal to mg. So these are the points that we have related with friction from our NCERT. Is it okay? Bol do bhai. We will talk about the numericals from here given in NCERT. So I will just revise you the type of model. First thing, F average equal to delta P by delta T, F instantaneous equal to dP by dt. Someone says, sir, what is delta P? Delta P is change in momentum. In physics, we also call it as impulse. If a ball comes with momentum mv, rebounds with mv, change in momentum will be 2mv. If the ball makes an angle theta, with the normal, change in momentum will be 2mv cos theta. If theta is the angle with the surface, 2mv sin theta. If anyone asks you force, delta P by delta T. Sir, maximum acceleration with which truck can go so that block will not fall, A max mu s into G. Sir, maximum angle up to which we can increase the inclination so that block will not slide down, that will be equal to tan theta equal to mu s, tan theta r equal to mu s. Minimum horizontal force required just to move, that will be equal to limiting friction. So these are the points given. We will get more clarity about all this formula once we'll see the questions of NCERT. So we'll see the question of NCERT from here. No problem. Let's see. Very important models, bhai. Very important. We'll start with the questions of NCERT. laws of motion. Some questions are there. We will start. In question number 4.2, chala, this is what I am saying. I am saying in the class, tomorrow question will come in the NEET. If you are not focused, you will not be able to do. So, ek baar dekh lo, no problem. Yeah. If you see this question, you given mass given, and they are saying you distance. They have given you distance traveled by the bullet to stop, and they are asking you acceleration. So always remember, whenever they have given you distance traveled for stopping, means stopping distance is given. From here you will simply say that S will be u square by 2a. From here you will calculate a will become u square by 2s. Just now I said stopping distance. Question पढ़े, अच्छे से पढ़े. Bullet of mass this moving with this speed is stopped in a distance of 60 centimeter. Means stopping distance given. U given. This you can find is acceleration. S equal to u square by 2a. Once you will get acceleration, they are not asking you acceleration. They are asking you force. Mass given, so F will be equal to ma. Chala important. Chala important. Question can be asked. Already in our face exam, last to last face exam, such question came. So U undi, S undi, stopping distance formula undi, A calculate chandi, F equal to ma. Put there, you will get the answer. Do this question. Don't ignore it. Do this question again by yourself after the class. Let's move to the next question. Very important. You are seeing IPL every day. Paper setter may be fan of cricket. He may give question. Dekhna bhai, batsman they are talking about. A batsman hit back a ball straight direction without changing. They are saying you ball is coming to the bat and ball is going back from the bat. A batsman hit a ball back straight in the direction of without changing the speed. Means ball is coming with MV, rebounding with MV, and they're asking you determine the impulse. So just now I told you, whenever ball comes with MV, rebounds with MV, change in momentum will become 2mv. That is what they're asking you, impulse. Bolo bhai, this is what they have done. Kar loge. Batsman maybe paper setter will be fan of IPL, he can give question. Coming with MV, going with MV, change in momentum will be 2mv. So that is the impulse which they are asking. So I don't feel anyone will have any problem. Let's move further. Now question number 4.7, just now I told, same model. First situation, ball is coming with MU, going with MU. Here impulse will become 2MU. Here impulse will become coming with an angle theta with the normal. It will become 2MU cos theta. And they are asking you find ratio of impulse in those situations. This is for example I1, this is for example I2. They are asking you find ratio of impulse in two cases. You can simply divide and you can get. For these things only, pagal thodi hu. Why I have said you all these things in the beginning only? Because I know they will ask you in the NEET exam. Dekh le bhai, dekh le. This is the situation. Coming with MU, going with MU, impulse 2MU. Average force 2MU by T. Coming with theta, going with theta, 2MU cos theta. That was the question. Coming with theta with the surface, 2MU sin theta. So accordingly, now after class, read the question carefully and do it. Khud se karo. Then only you'll be able to do in the NEET exam. So this is how we have talked about. Question number 4.7. Determine the maximum acceleration of the train in which box is placed, so that it already you know. Maximum acceleration so that block will not fall down. Just now. Paglo ki tarah teacher is saying you every day, but still you are doing mistake in this type of question. How you can do mistake? They are asking you find the maximum acceleration. Mu s into g. Mu s given, g given. Put, you'll get the answer. So I don't feel anyone should have any problem in these numericals. Next question by, again same question. They are saying we are increasing angle. They are saying the plane is gradually inclined until an angle of 45 degrees with the horizontal. The mass just begins to slide. They are asking you find mu. So you already know mu will be equal to tan theta r. This is your angle of repose, tan theta r, tan 15. Here they will give you, if they will ask you question in the NEET, they will give you value of tan 15. So this is how we can talk about question number 4.8. Okay, no problem. Chala important. We are not taking more time because already I have told you the formula. Question number 4.9. 4.9 एक बार देख ले. Diagram is missing. Diagram was like this. This is also previously asked 2-3 times in the NEET exam. In our test also question came. Here they are saying you one block is hanging. One block M1 is hanging. This trolley has mass M2. Here you have some friction. They are asking you what is the acceleration of the system if you release. So you already know once you release, gravity will pull this block by force M1G. Gravity will pull this block. Due to this force, when system will try to move, here friction will oppose mu n. N will become M2 into G. So now you can find acceleration. Acceleration you can find. Total force, total driving force will become M1G trying to move. Friction is opposing. So net driving force of the system will become M1G minus mu M2G by total mass M1 plus M2 will give you acceleration. If anyone asks you tension in the string, this block is going down. T will become M1 into G minus A. We'll use G effective. Done by. This is just time pass. This is helpful only when after class you'll sit and you'll do every model by yourself. If you're not doing by yourself, then this is just useless. क्लास के बाद बैठ के फिर से करो, see all the question. In our test also questions are coming from all these things. So this is how we have talked about. No problem. Gravity will pull, friction will oppose. So total force will become M1G minus friction by total mass will give you acceleration. So from there we can get no problem. Yeah. Let's move further by question number 7, 4.10. A cyclist given, they're asking you coefficient. Yeah, okay. The means here you have to use speeding on label road. Label road means unbanked. Label road means horizontal road. Horizontal road, you already know maximum safe speed under root of mu s rg. Mu given, r given, g given, put there. If his velocity is less than this, no problem, he can go on circular turn. And this is the maximum se pagal ho kya? And this is the maximum safe speed now. If your speed is less than this, you can easily take the turn. If your speed is more than this, you will not be able to take the turn. So directly that formula, this is what they are asking you. The cyclist speeding at speed of the cyclist given, convert into meter per second on the label road, take sharp turn of radius this without reducing the speed. The coefficient of friction, some value given. They are asking, question is incomplete. They are asking you, does he will fall or not from the, you have seen many times when you take very fast turn, you fall from the bike or you fall from the scooty or you fall from the cycle. So that is what they are asking you. So maximum safe speed will be under root of mu s rg. Next questions are 4.11. Again, chala important by 4.11. A circular race track is there, banking given. If they are asking you, mu given, optimum speed of the race car to avoid wear and tear on the tire. Optimum speed to avoid, you already know angle given, circular turning given, means they are talking about banking of the road. Sir, how to know which formula I have to use? Already read the question. Circular track, angle, banked road given, banking of road they are talking about. So always remember optimum speed on banked road for no wear and tear. That is your banking speed. This is the speed for which banked road is designed under root of rg tan theta. All values are given. Just put there. In NEET, if they will ask you, they will not give you angle 15 degree. They will give you angle 45 or 30 whose value you know. Second, they are asking you maximum permissible speed. so that to avoid slipping. So maximum safe speed on bank road you already know, अभी बता के रखा था, under root of rg tan theta plus mu s by 1 minus mu s tan theta. You can just use it and you can get. अभी बताया था भाई, अभी बताया थे, भूल गए, अभी बता रखा था. देख भाई, in circular motion just now we studied. Where we studied, yeah, in circular motion we studied all these values. You can see these values. These are the values. First they are asking you banking speed. Second they are asking you maximum safe speed. These are the values they are asking you. So these are very, very important topics, important type of models which are asked from NCERT. So this is how we have talked about. Let's move further. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Oh my God, we have completed our chapter NLM. But before moving further, once again, एक बार देख लो. What are the important points? First thing, average force delta P by delta T, instantaneous force dP by dt. Delta P is change in momentum, which is also known as impulse. If the ball comes with mv, goes with mv, change in momentum 2mv. Ball comes at an angle theta with the normal, change in momentum will be 2mv cos theta. If the ball comes making angle theta with the surface, change in momentum will become 2mv sin theta. Bodies in contact, connected bodies, lift man problem. Maximum acceleration of the truck so that block will not fall, mu s into g. Angle of repose, tan theta r equal to mu s. These are the important topics from where questions are asked. Is it okay? Then we'll start with our work power energy. Then we'll revise all the formula of work power energy. No problem, yeah. So now we'll start with, so this is how we have completed NLM. It will be useful only when after class, go through each. It will not take more time for you. Give time of 3 hours only for this part. Do all these models by yourself. Now we'll move further. We will talk about our next part. Where we will talk about our part, work power and energy. Work power and energy we will talk second last chapter, then we'll start with NLM, no problem, yeah. Then we'll start with rotational. तो एक बार देख लो, चलो, no problem, yeah. You can do, after doing these models, do last 4 years PYQ. After doing these models, do last 4 years. After class, do the numericals which we have done. Do all these solved example. Then you can do some PYQ. Then you can do last 4-5 years after 2020. You can do the PYQ. We don't have time. Now, एक बार देखो, no problem. Yeah. Now we'll start with our chapter work, power and energy. थोड़ा ध्यान देना. Minimum 2 questions will come in the final NEET exam from here. Sir, does those questions will be dropped from sky? No. I'm already telling the formula of those questions. तो एक बार देख ले. First thing, always remember in work power energy chapter, थोड़ा focus करो. First thing you must know, work done by constant force. 2 types of forces comes in physics. One is work done by constant force. Work done by constant force will be F bar dot S bar. Force vector given, displacement vector given, do F bar dot S bar, you will get work done by constant force. Or we can also write this as Fs cos theta. So work done by constant force, F bar dot S bar or Fs cos theta. Second thing, someone said, no sir, if my force is variable, then can I calculate work like this? No. If you have a variable force, there is only one method to calculate the work. If you have variable value of force, then work we calculate with the help of integration. F dx. If it is depending on y, then F dy. If it is depending on z, then F dz. So depending on axis, if it is depending on x also, y also, z also, then you will write fx dx from x1 to x2 plus integration fy dy from y1 to y2 plus integration fz dz from Z1 to Z2. So this is how we can calculate work done by variable force, work done by constant force. And here one more very important. Please, dhyan de. Always remember, sometimes they give graph. They will give you force displacement graph. They will give you force. They will say force displacement graph is given like this. Find work. So always remember, whenever your force displacement graph, area of force displacement graph will give you work done. NCERT has explained area of force displacement graph represent work done. So tomorrow they will not give you F, they will simply give you graph and they will ask you find work done. So area of force displacement graph will give you work done. Calculate the area. You know how to find area of triangle, square, rectangle, trapezium. Those areas you can use and you can get. This is the first important. बहुत important है. Very important. First important part. Second important part from here is work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. And work energy theorem says work done by all forces will be equal to change in kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy means half mv square minus u square. V means final velocity, u means initial velocity. So work done by all forces acting on the system. All forces, one theoretical question is also asked. All forces means which force? External, internal. Conservative, non-conservative, even pseudo force. Work done by all forces means all, not only internal, not only external. All forces work done will be equal to change in kinetic energy. And here you also have relation between kinetic energy and momentum. K will be equal to P square by 2m, or P will be equal to under root of 2km. So many times they have asked in NEET also. Recently, few days back in JEE Mains also question came. Dhyan de. Just now in NLM you studied momentum na. Here you have studied kinetic energy na. So both are interrelated. So they always ask to relate them. They will say one particle has this momentum. Find its kinetic energy. K equal to P square by 2m, or P equal to under root of 2km. And always remember, if two particles have same momentum, P same, means K will be inversely proportional to mass. Means K1 by K2 will become chala important, M2 by M1. Similarly, if someone says two bodies have same K, then they will ask you what is the ratio of their momentum. P1 by P2 will be equal to under root of M1 by M2. Chala important questions are asked, basic questions are asked from here. This is the second important part. Third important part is, we'll see the numericals from here, no problem. Yeah, okay. So work done by variable force, work done by constant force, most important. Then work energy theorem. Then third part, potential energy and energy conservation. Potential energy means in NCERT they are talking about potential energy of only one situation. That is potential energy of any spring. At least 8 to 10 times question has been asked from potential energy of spring and energy conservation based on that. So potential energy of spring everyone must know. U of potential energy of the spring will be half kx square. And that means for the same spring, U will be proportional to x square. Means U1 by U2 will be equal to x1 by x2 whole square. Chala important. Utha ke dekh PYQ. Go and see the PYQ. At least 10 questions has been asked only from this. If 2 centimeter elongation, potential energy is U. What is the potential energy if elongation is 10 centimeter? NEET 2022 question. U is proportional to x square, U1 by U2 will be equal to x1 by x2. Basic and most important formula. This is the first thing. Second thing, even in NCERT, same spring is there. If a block of mass M is moving towards the spring, it will hit the spring, that will compress the spring. So they will ask you what is the maximum compression? What is the maximum compression which a spring can have? Here you can use energy conservation. That this block has kinetic energy half mv square. when it will compress the spring at the time of maximum compression, all the kinetic energy of block will convert to spring potential energy, that is half k x square. So they can ask you this, the maximum compression, both things are asked. Maximum compression given, velocity is asked. Velocity given, maximum compression is asked. Is it okay, bol do bhai? Is it okay? Sometimes they can relate potential energy and conservative force. So F will be equal to minus du by dx. You can use this, and for equilibrium, F will be 0. So du by dx has to be 0. We'll see the numericals from here in NCERT. बोल दो भाई, बोल दो त्वरगा, chala chala important. What are important? Work done by constant force, F bar dot S bar or Fs cos theta. Work done by variable force with the help of integration. Area of force displacement graph will represent work done. Sir, potential energy. Sir, what is work energy theorem? Work done by all forces will be equal to change in kinetic energy. Someone say, sir, what is the potential energy spring will have? Half k x square, u proportional to x square, u1 by u2. If you are lucky now, this is what will come. u1 by u2 will be equal to x1 by x2 whole square. So if a block is moving towards the spring, how much compression it will produce in the spring? Half mv square equal to half kx square. Potential energy relation and conservative force relation, F equal to minus du by dx. Equilibrium F0 du by dx equal to 0. No problem. Next, last part here. So this was our third important part. Fourth important part in work power energy is work done, energy done. Kinetic energy momentum relation also important. K proportional, K equal to P square by 2m. If P is same, K1 by K2 will be equal to M2 by M1. If K is same, P1 by P2 will be equal to under root of M1 by. All these are questions which are asked. So work done, energy done, power we will talk. So एक बार देख ले. Power means we talk about two types of power. Average power means total work by total time. This is the average power. Total work done by total time. Instantaneous power. P instantaneous will be dw by dt. And from here only when we do na, बहुत important है भाई, बहुत important है, chala important. So instantaneous power dw by dt. From here only when we solve, we get instantaneous power as F bar dot V bar or FV cos theta. Last year in the NEET, this is the question came. They given F bar. V bar they did not give. They give displacement. They said particle has displacement of 2t plus 4. And they asked find the power. So if displacement is given, velocity you can calculate na by ds by dt. So displacement was given, force was given, they asked find the power. Displacement differentiate karo, velocity will come. Now multiply here, do the dot product. Here theta will be generally theta comes 0 because the force which the body moves due to this force. So force velocity comes in the same direction. So that's why we write simply F into V. So F was given, V was not given, S was given. So we calculated V with the help of ds by dt. We'll put there, we will get the answer. So then average power, total work by total time. Someone will say, sir, how we'll calculate total work? Generally, they will say one block of mass m is taken to height h. Then work you can directly write now mgh. So mgh by time they will ask. Last to last face exam question came. F bar given, V bar given, dot product questions are also asked. F bar will be given, V bar will be given. Do the dot product, you will get again work done. Again you will get the power. So this is how we have talked. We'll see the question of NCERT, then you'll get more clarity. No problem. Yeah. So let's start work, power and energy. Chala important. Every model of NCERT here is very important. एक बार देख लो. No problem. Yeah. First question of work power energy is not to calculate work, is not to calculate power. They are asking you, एक बार देख लो they have given you two. This is also very important. They have given you two vectors, a vector given, d vector given. They are asking you angle. Find the angle between force and displacement. So always remember, whenever two vectors are given, anyone asks you angle between those two vectors. Okate method. Mottam universe lo Okate method. That is dot product. Whenever two vectors, this is also use of dot product. Two vector, f bar given, d bar given. They are not asking you what. They are asking you find angle between force and displacement. So always remember, whenever two vectors are given, anyone asks you angle, only one method, that is dot product. You already know, because you know a bar dot b bar will be equal to ab cos theta. So from here you can always find cos theta. That will become a bar dot b bar by ab. So a bar dot b bar you can do. Then you can find a means magnitude of a, b means magnitude of b. From here you can find angle between force and displacement. If they ask you work done, you'll do f bar dot d bar. But they are not asking you work done, they're asking you angle. So use dot product to find angle between the two vectors. So whenever anyone asks you angle between two vectors, only one method, that is dot product. Do the dot product, you will get the angle. A bar dot b bar will be equal to ab cos theta. So cos theta will be a bar dot b bar by ab. So from there we can get no problem here. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Chala important bhai. Question number 5.2. very important. एक बार देखेंगे, टाइम देके थोड़ा टाइम लेंगे इस पे. In our test also questions are asked from here. In NEET also questions are asked. एक बार देख लो little, yeah. Good question, easy question, good question, yeah. It is well known that raindrops, they are saying you can read exact words used after the class. I will tell you what they are given. They are saying one raindrop. Please थोड़ा ध्यान देके सुन, क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा नीट में, हो जाओगे. अबे देख यार, देख, इंपॉर्टेंट भाई, इंपॉर्टेंट, चाला बागा इंपॉर्टेंट सीबीआई क्वेश्चन. एक बार देख. In this question they are saying one raindrop starts from rest. One raindrop is there falling freely from rest u. Mass of the raindrop is given as m. Now if this raindrop is falling, finally this raindrop will hit the ground. They are saying this raindrop is hitting ground with some velocity v. Height of the raindrop given h. They are asking you find the work done by gravity. They are asking you what is the work done by gravitational force on the raindrop. So work done by gravity you can find directly now. mg downward, displacement downward, work done by gravity we can write directly, sir, mgh. M given, gram convert into kg, g already given 10, h kilometer convert into meter, you'll get work done by gravity. But in NEET they will not ask you only work done by gravity. They will also ask you some opposing resistive forces are there. That's why they have asked what is the work done by unknown resistive forces. So if anyone asks you work done by unknown resistive forces, means air resistance, that you cannot calculate directly. Only one method, work energy theorem. So you can calculate, you simply say, sir, you want work done by air resistance. I know work done by all will be equal to change in kinetic energy half mv square minus u square. U given 0, v already given 50 meter per second. Work done by all forces means who will do work, sir? Gravity will do, air resistance will do. This will become, sir, half m v square minus 0 square. Work of gravity you already know, mgh plus work of air, that will become half mv square. So in this situation work of air resistance will become half mv square minus mgh. Chala important, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्वेश्चन may be asked directly tomorrow in the NEET exam, 2 times already asked. So work done by gravity, mgh. mgh. Work done by air resistance we cannot calculate directly. Either you can remember that formula, half mv square minus mgh, or you can use work energy theorem. So this much of time only I can give to this question. Let's move further. Let's move further. But do this question again by yourself. Then only you'll be able to do. Question number 5.3. They are saying you one cyclist is there. Okay, एक बार देख लो. I don't have more time. One cyclist is there. They are saying a cyclist comes to skidding stop. Means cyclist was moving, but cyclist stopped. They are saying you cyclist stopped. A cyclist comes to a skidding stop in a distance of 10 meter. That means if cyclist has stopped, means some resistive force has stopped it. That is nothing. That is your frictional force. And that resistive force is given 200 Newton. Now they are asking you, this is the question given. A cyclist comes to a skidding stop in a distance of 10 meters. During this process, the force on the cyclist due to road. Road has applied one force on the cyclist. Road has applied one force. That is a frictional force. That force is given 200 Newton. How much work does road? Important. How much work does road does on the cycle? So you can simply say, sir, how much of work road will do on the cycle? So work done we already know. Fs cos theta. We already know because constant force is given. How much force road applied on the cyclist? Road applied friction, that is 200. So force is 200. S, how much distance cyclist traveled? 10. Theta. Theta is 180 na bhai. Theta is 180 degrees now because force was resistive force. This theta was 180. So cos 180, theta was 180. Cos 180 is -1. So work done by road on cyclist. Work done by road on cyclist will become a -2000 joule. Work done by road on the cyclist. Second, they are asking you what is the work done. Second part, how much of work does cycle do on the road? So road applied force on cyclist. Cyclist will also apply force on road. But work is not force. Work is Fs cos theta. So road applied force on cyclist. Cyclist moved. That force did work. But when cyclist will apply force on the road will not move now. So displacement of road will be 0. So work done by cyclist on the road, will come 0 because displacement of road will be 0. अरे कुछ समझे क्या भाई? टाइम बर्बाद कर दिया क्या? Have I wasted my time and your time? अरे कुछ समझे? इंपॉर्टेंट है भाई. क्वेश्चन आएगा कल को तो मत बोलना कि नहीं बताया गया था. अरे cyclist road applied friction on cyclist. Cyclist will also apply on the road, but cyclist has displacement now, but road don't has displacement now. Work is not force. Work is Fs cos theta. So cyclist applied force on road, but road displacement sunna. That means work done on road will be sunna. So again see this question by yourself. Don't depend on me. We are teachers can only guide you. You are not a parasite. I am not going to write the NEET exam. I will not write NEET exam. You will write. Then what I can do? I can only guide you. Ye karo, aise. Teacher gives direction to the preparation. Teacher, you have studied 2 quantities, now scalar and vector. Vector important. Direction. That direction only teacher can do. We cannot give exam for you. So please see all these models and do by yourself. Feel your responsibility. Your mom and dad are waiting to see you as a doctor. So be careful. उसको भी कभी दिमाग में रखा करो. Question number 5.4 again important. JEE Mains asked, NEET never asked, but they can ask important easy question. They are not asking you more things. They are saying you ballistic demonstration, police officer firing something. The bullet, एक बार देख लो. The bullet emerges with only 10% of its initial kinetic energy. They are that is very good. Yeah, Sahila Banu is saying coach can't play in the match. Correct. Coach cannot play. Coach can only guide. We can guide you. We can guide you. Exam you have to give. You have to prepare. So you have to. Yeah, we can only help you. No problem. तो एक बार देख लो. Time is not there for that also. अब देख लो हाँ. 5.4 they are asking. This question seems to be lengthy, but solution is very simple. They are asking you find the emergent speed. Emergent speed means final speed. Sir, I want final speed. And for that so many data is given, but if you read the question, only important is last line. The bullet emerges with only 10% of its means final kinetic energy of bullet is only 10%. Final, this is the meaning. Bullet emerges with only 10%. Means final kinetic energy of the bullet is only 10% of initial. And if you know the relation of kinetic energy now, you can find velocity because you'll simply say, sir, final kinetic energy will become half m into v final square. That is 10% means 10 by 100 of initial half m into u square. Now from here mm will get cancel. This also you can cancel. V final will come. V final square will come up. 1 by 10 of u initial square. That means v final will become, you can say the square this side, 1 by root 10 into u. Now root 10 value you can put, u value already given 200, you'll get the answer. You can get the answer. So again important, easy. Question seems to be lengthy but very simple. Final kinetic energy given means final velocity given. Usko kar lo, ho gaya, tata, bye bye. We'll move further, bye, we'll move further. आगे बढ़ेंगे, आगे बढ़ेंगे. Question number 5.7. Question number 5.7. Chala important. Vertical circular motion. In NCERT, nowhere there is no topic known as vertical circular motion, but you have seen in many NEET exam. In every alternate NEET exam, they ask question from vertical circular motion. Someone says topic not mentioned in NCERT, but why questions are asked? This example is there. So I'll revise that vertical circular motion. एक बार देख लो. Then we will see this example. Then example no need to tell also. You'll be able to do by yourself. देख लो. Always remember in vertical circular motion we can have 1000 situation, 1000 formula, but all 1000 formula will not be asked. Whatever will be asked, I know the importance of your time and my time. So what are the points which are given in NCERT? Only those points are given, only those points are asked. First thing, always remember, whenever you have vertical circular motion, one string of length L will be there and one pendulum of mass M will be there. And first thing given in NCERT, what is the minimum speed required at the bottom so that it will make a complete circle? I think everyone knows minimum speed at the bottom required will be under root of 5GL. Minimum speed given at the bottom so that object will be able to complete a vertical circle. That will be under root of 5GL. And if you give minimum, many times they have asked this only. Minimum speed given at the bottom for vertical circle will be under root of 5GL. And when body will go in horizontal, at horizontal minimum speed will become under root of 3GL. At the top minimum speed will become, under root of GL. So these are the three critical velocity. Critical velocity at the bottom under root of 5GL. Critical velocity at the horizontal under root of 3GL. Critical velocity at the top under root of GL. Now you have critical tension also at the bottom. Tension at the bottom, critical tension. Always remember, if your initial velocity at the bottom is under root of NGL, tension at the bottom will become one extra, N plus 1 into mg. For example, here you have under root of 5GL. So tension will become 1 extra. 5 plus 1, 6. So critical tension at the bottom will be 6 mg. Horizontal, for horizontal means from bottom to horizontal means 1/4 of circle, quarter of circle. For quarter, tension will decrease by 3 mg. That means at the horizontal it will become 6 mg minus 3 mg, 3 mg. Tension at the top, critical tension at the top will be coming as again 3 mg less. That will become 0. So critical velocity at the bottom, root 5 GL horizontal, root 3 GL top, root GL. Critical tension at the bottom, 6 mg horizontal, 3 mg top, 0. Difference of, and you can see one more thing. At which point tension will be maximum? Bottom. So a string will have maximum probability to break at the bottom. In vertical circular motion, if the string has to break, first it will break at the bottom. This has been asked 3-4 times. Where a string will break, maximum probability to break at the bottom. As it will go up, breaking probability will decrease. And difference of, tomorrow if you give here speed, root 10 GL, speed more, tension will come more and more here. But difference of maximum tension in vertical circular motion, in this situation, difference of maximum and minimum tension will remain constant. That will be 6 mg. This maximum tension will come at the bottom. This minimum tension will come at the top. So these are the points that we have here. These are the points that we have here. If someone says, this also question came previously in the NEET exam where they said, if here speed is under root of 7 GL, कितना आसान क्वेश्चन पूछता है. The speed at the bottom is under root 7 GL. Find the tension at the bottom. You already know tension at the bottom. You already know one extra will come, 8 mg. Done. अरे root 5 GL था तो 6 mg आया ना. So root 7 GL होगा तो कितना आएगा? 8 mg will come. So these are the concept of vertical circular motion given as per NCERT. Now we'll see that question. We don't have more time. We'll see that question. एक बार देख लेते हैं. Now you can read this question. No problem, no problem. You can read this question. Here they are asking you to relate kinetic energy. We have got speed. They are talking about critical. They are talking about critical situation only, but they are not talking only about speed, tension. They are saying about kinetic energy. They are saying about kinetic energy. How much kinetic energy it will have at bottom, horizontal. So if you know here speed, for example, this is Ka, Kb, Kc. If you know speed here, you can find kinetic energy here na bhai, half mv square. What was v here? In critical case, under root of 5 GL. So it will become 5 GL square, half mv square. Here it will become half mv square. What was velocity here? Root 3 GL. So if it's square, it will become 3 GL. Here it will become half mv square. V is how much, sir? V is how much, sir? Root GL. If you square, it will become GL. They are asking you ratio of this kinetic K is to Kb is to Kc. If you calculate this ratio, this will come 5:3:1. So this is a very important, chala important. Kinetic energy never asked. They can ask you this time kinetic energy from here, ratio of kinetic energy. So once you can see, no problem, but see after class by yourself. So these are the values given which you can see. Question number 5.8, again important. Again they are asking you, find the maximum compression in the spring. Just now I told, if anyone asks you maximum compression in the spring, half mv square will convert to half k x max square. Chala important. V given kilometer per hour, convert into meter per second, multiply with 5/18. So from there you can find maximum compression in the spring. Half अभी बता के रखा है. Energy conservation situation. Half mv square will be equal to half kx square. So they are asking you x maximum compression that will come. Let's move further by 5.10. Asked once only in the NEET exam, twice in the JEE mains. एक बार देख लो. Important. Yeah. Okay. They are asking you, one elevator is there, maximum load, okay, frictional force something. They are asking you, determine the minimum power required to move. Means you have, एक बार देख ले. One lift is there, where total mass of the people in the lift is m. And they are saying we have to move this lift upward with some constant velocity. Now there also, that means if the total mass of the lift is m, lift already has one downward force mg. थोड़ा देख लो भाई, time is less. थोड़ा देख लो, important part. You can remember direct formula also. Sir, total lift mass is given m, means lift has already downward force mg. I have to move this lift upward with constant velocity v. But when this lift will try to move upward, friction will also oppose na bhai, frictional force will also oppose na. That means if I have to move this lift with constant velocity, means lift has to generate force. That force should balance both of them. So force of lift will become mg plus resistive force. Now you know that is a frictional force given. They are asking you power of lift. Power, now you have the force of lift into velocity of lift. Just put it there. So mg plus fr into v. Just put, you will get the answer. Important model. एक ही बार पूछा है. Again they can ask in the final NEET exam. So be careful, you can do this question. एक बार देखना खुद से, then only you'll be able to do. Let's move further. And finally we have completed our chapter work, power, energy. We'll start with our last chapter. एक बार देख लो. We'll start with system of particles. But these things will be helpful only when एक बार खुद से बैठ के every question you read and do. Then only it is helpful. Otherwise wastage. Otherwise wastage. It's not a movie that you are seeing Pushpa, seeing. मजे आ रहे नहीं भाई. पढ़ाई है. Pushpa's watching movie will not make you anything. But doing these numericals can make you doctor. I cannot guarantee. Can make you doctor. So that's why you have to do all these questions again. Don't sit and only see. Again, खुद से responsibility समझो और करो. Now we'll move further. चलो. We'll start with rotational part. No problem. Yeah. Okay. So system of particles means two parts will be there. Center of mass and rotational. Both are combined. System of particle. So I will talk about center of mass. एक बार देख लो. Just I will talk about basic formula. Center of mass, first thing you must know. थोड़ा ध्यान दे. Focus कर. What are the questions which are asked from center of mass? First thing, two particle system M1 M2 separated by distance d. You must know how to find distance of center of mass from particle M1 also, from particle M2 also. And I think everyone knows distance of center of mass from particle M1. R1 will become M2d by M1 plus M2. Similarly, R2 will become M1d by M1 plus. Chala important. Tomorrow they can ask you what is the ratio of distance of center of mass from each mass. R1 by R2 will be equal to M2 by M1. If you don't know these formulas, you don't deserve to give NEET exam. You should know this formula. If you are not knowing, still time is there. एक बार देखो and see, do 1-2 question from here previously asked. No problem. This is the first thing. Second important point. Sir, how to find coordinates of center of mass? X COM, Y COM, Z COM. Same formula will work. M1 x1 plus M2 x2 plus dot by M1 plus M2 plus dot. Same thing you can do for Y COM. Same thing you can do for Z COM. Next important formula, how to find position vector of center. All these are mentioned separately in NEET syllabus. It is mentioned position vector of center of mass. If someone asks you what is the position vector of center of mass, same formula. M1 R1 bar plus M2 R2 bar by M1 plus M2 plus dot. Similarly, they can ask you what is the velocity of center of mass. VCOM bar will become M1 V1 bar plus M2 V2 bar. My same formula will work. That's why I'm writing fastly. Similarly, they can ask you what is ACOM bar. Same formula will come M1 A1 bar plus M2 A2 bar by M1 plus M2 plus dot. And always remember, you got acceleration now. Acceleration means force is there now. Always remember, motion of center of mass is not affected by internal force. Internally within the house, fighting will go. You will fight with your mom will fight with dad, your dad will fight with your mom, dad will fight with your mom more times. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. You will fight, your dad will fight with your mom, but family is never disturbed due to that. Family is disturbed only when some external agent come. Your mother side will start calling, Your father's side. So always remember. Same thing happened with center of mass also. Center of mass is combination of many particles. So center of mass is never affected by internal forces. So motion of center of mass remains unchanged due to internal force. It will change only due to external force, which happens in our life also. No problem, no problem, no problem. Suddenly it came in my mind, that example, but okay. So internal forces, so someone says, sir, if internal, sir, how I'll get to know internal or external? If mutual force is there, that is internal force. So due to mutual forces, center of mass will remain at rest. If initially it was at rest, last phase also one question came. One was moving with V, other was moving with 2V. What is the velocity of center of mass? 0. Internal forces cannot affect center of mass. So these are the important points that we have in center of mass. Second important point. These are the important points which we have in center of mass. Second part, that is related with rotation. एक बार देख लो भाई, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, एक बार देख लो, रोटेशन. थोड़ा ध्यान देना, ध्यान देना, ध्यान देना, ध्यान देना. In rotation, first थोड़ा ध्यान दे, please. Huh?
End of the class. Meeting also.
Which meeting? Class is there.
Yeah. End.
We will end. We will end. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay. Very soon we will end also. I will just tell you what are the important points. Yeah. I am saying question will be asked. एक बार देख लो, एक बार दे. Very 2 to 3 question will come from rotational. Easy, simple, which we already know. एक बार देख लो. First thing which will be asked from rotational is how to calculate torque. Tau bar equal to R bar cross F bar. Please देख लेना. How to calculate torque. Tau bar will be equal to R bar cross F bar. R bar given, F bar given. Do the cross product. You will get torque. And always remember this torque will be also equal to I alpha. Alpha I is your moment of inertia. Moment of inertia means you must know moment of inertia of each and every body. For ring, what is moment of inertia? For disc, what is moment of inertia? Those moment of inertia values you must know. No problem. So torque, first model, torque will be equal to tau bar will be equal to R bar cross F bar. You must know. Second important thing is I value we will talk. We have one chart of NCERT which we will discuss, no problem. Yeah. Second important thing is your angular momentum. Angular momentum will be M into R bar cross V bar. Or you can say this is for particle. For rigid body, L will be equal to I omega. No problem. If external torque acting on the system is 0, angular momentum will be conserved. We will see the numerical, no problem. Third important part is related with rolling, from where question came last year in the NEET. Always remember, whenever any body will roll means it will rotate with angular velocity omega. Its radius will be r. And when the body will roll, VCM will be equal to omega r. Velocity of the top will be equal to 2 VCM. Velocity of the bottom, please, chala important. Bottom velocity will be 0. Horizontal velocities will be root 2 VCM. Questions are asked. This is the question which came. Which point will have maximum velocity? Top. Which point will have maximum velocity? Top. Which point will have 0 velocity? Bottom. Horizontal velocities root 2 VCM. And always remember, please throw dhyan de. Always remember, in rolling, body will have translational kinetic energy also, rotational kinetic energy also, and total kinetic energy also. And they will always ask you ratio of translational, rotational and total. Translational 1, rotational k square by r square, total will be 1 plus k square by r square. Tomorrow they will ask you what is the ratio of translational, rotational? 1 is to k square by r square. Tomorrow they will ask you what is the ratio of translational and total? 1:1 plus k square by r square. Then you have rolling on inclined plane. Who will reach the bottom? Who will reach the bottom? Yeah, same. So point is, एक बार देख tau bar equal to r bar cross f bar. Angular momentum of rigid body I omega. Rolling. Topmost 2 VCM, bottom 0, horizontal root 2 VCM, no problem. Top will move fastest, bottom will have 0 velocity. Ratio of kinetic energy, translational, rotational, total. 1:k square by r square is to 1 plus k square by r square. And total energy of rolling, if anyone asks you, a body is rolling, means total kinetic energy of rolling will always come up. Total kinetic energy of rolling will always come half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square. This is the total kinetic energy of rolling. Tomorrow if anyone asks you what is the work done to stop a rolling body, don't write half mv square. Rolling body means it has translational also, it has rotational also. You will use total. Total work to stop means we have to destroy its entire energy. What is this entire energy? Half mv square into 1 plus k square by r square. So this is how we can talk about all these points. No problem. Yeah. Then you have rolling on inclined plane. Last point you can see. While rolling on inclined plane, velocity at the bottom will come under root of 2gh by, these are the formula which you have to remember, k square by r square. Rolling acceleration will come and body will roll. Rolling acceleration will come. These are directly formula based situation. G sine theta by 1 plus k square by r square. And last point. If you make a race, someone said, sir, tomorrow I went there, I have one ring, disc, hollow sphere, solid sphere. If I release all of them together, which will reach bottom first? So always remember, you can remember the sequence of reaching. That is SDHR. People remember self dabba human right. You can remember, right? Yeah. Self dabba human right. S means solid sphere. First rank 1 will come for solid sphere. First solid sphere will reach. Then disk will reach. Then hollow sphere will reach. Then ring will reach. Ring will be the fourth one. First one will be solid. So you can remember Sudhir also. You can remember like Sudhir. Solid sphere, disk, hollow sphere and ring. So this is the sequence which is asked. Very important. So these are the points which we have here. No problem. You can remember self-dabba human right. You can remember Sudhir. Kuch bhi but yaad rakho. First rank 1 will be, if you make a race, rank 1 will be solid sphere, then rank 2 disk, then hollow sphere, then ring. So this is how we can talk about, and we can see, because time completed, we can see the questions of NCERT. Just I will give you idea. Last is ing. What is that? Solid. Sudhir, you can remember SDHR. Kuch bhi yaad rakho, but yaad rakho. Yeah. Question number 6.5, you can see F bar given, R bar given. They're asking you torque R bar cross F bar. But खुद से एक बार बनाओगे भाई. They're asking you tau bar. That will come R bar cos F bar. So directly you can get from there, no problem. This is also important, bhai. Important statement. Show that angular motion. Always remember, you don't need to show in the exam. You have to keep in your mind. Whenever, ध्यान दे, focus kar. Whenever any particle move on a straight line with constant velocity, its angular momentum about origin or any given point will be always constant. This is a statement. याद रखना है. The angular momentum about any point of a single particle moving with constant velocity remains constant throughout the motion. Whenever any particle, always remember, whenever any particle move on a straight line with constant velocity, its angular momentum about origin or any given point will remain constant. Why? Because angular momentum value we calculate with the help of mv into r perpendicular. Particle r may change, but in angular momentum we don't have r. We have r perpendicular. R perpendicular will remain constant. That's why angular momentum will remain constant. बहुत ही important statement है. Chala important statement. We'll move further. Let's move to the next question. This is a question based on simple equation of motion. Omega given, initial omega given, last year question came, last year question came, omega initial given, omega final given, alpha they're asking. So omega you can use omega equal to omega naught plus alpha t. But these are frequencies. These are frequency. Omega you can calculate 2 pi f. Frequency is given in RPM. Convert into RPS. For that RPS, for converting RPM into RPS, divide by 60. Then you can find initial omega, final omega. Then you can use omega equal to omega naught plus Then you can use omega equal to omega naught plus alpha t. But we don't have time. You should have said previously. Okay, we'll see. No problem. Then you can calculate remaining things once we'll have. No problem. Remaining things you can see. Time is not there. But okay, we have covered up. एक बार देखोगे. Disk moment of inertia, very important. Disk moment of inertia, about this, all these things you need to know. All these values. Rod moment of inertia, chala important about. And this is a question came last year NEET 2024 question came from rod now. This was a question that came. Only values were given. There you see 3 bodies: ring, hollow cylinder, solid sphere. Who will reach first? Which will have maximum, which reaches the ground with maximum velocity, means the body which will reach first will have maximum velocity. That is a solid. Chala important. 50 बार बोल चुका हूं. Solid sphere will reach first. Solid sphere will have maximum velocity. So these are the value. This chart को एक बार अच्छे से देख लेना. Ring about different axes, disk, rod, very important. One question will come from moment of inertia. इसको एक बार देख लेना भाई, एक बार देख लेना. No problem. Yeah. So this is how we have talked about. Yeah. Okay. So this is how we have completed rotational. Some people were asking just 1 minute. In river swimmer problem, 2 cases. Some people ask, sir, river man problem. Just important part. I'll just revise in 1 minute. Dekh lo ek baar. Because we cannot have more concept right now. So right now you can only know one thing. Depending on the time, you can know one thing. Whenever river will be flowing with some velocity VR, and whenever swimmer will try to cross the river, 2 possibilities will come. One possibility, swimmer has to go exactly opposite point from A to B. Swimmer has to go exactly opposite point from A to B. This is also known as shortest path. And for this situation, swimmer should always swim at an angle theta. And this theta you can relate with the help of Vs sin theta equal to Vr. So from here angle will come, sin theta will come, Vr by Vs. Here they can also ask you how much time, because this Vs sin theta, if you see this is Vs, this is theta. Vs sin theta will balance river. Why swimmer will go exactly opposite point? Because Vs sin theta will balance river. So Vs sin theta should be equal to, because river flow will make him drift. He want to reach exactly opposite point. So river must be cancelled. And for cancelling river, Vs sin theta should be equal to Vr. Now Vs sin theta already gone. What is left? Vs cos theta. So due to Vs cos theta will cross the river. So time for crossing will become W by Vs cos theta. This is the case 1, shortest path. Case 2 comes when minimum time swimmer can cross. What is the minimum time swimmer can cross? For time to be minimum, you can get from here only. If you want time minimum, this is the second case. Both are not same, don't mix them. For minimum time, cos theta should be maximum. Maximum value of cos theta will be, because inversely proportional, that will be 1. So minimum time to cross river will be always W by Vs. This is the least possible time in which swimmer can cross. But in this situation, swimmer will not reach exactly opposite point, because river will make him drift. So they will ask you find drift. Drift means distance, means velocity into time. Who will make the swimmer to drift? River. So Vr. Time you already know, W by Vs. So this is how we can calculate drift. This is the time. This is what minimum expression I can have in this much of time, because someone asked. No problem. Yeah. Any idea came? Two cases are there. One swimmer wants to reach exactly opposite point, means he has to balance the river. So Vs sin theta should be equal to Vr. Time will be W by Vs. You can remember them. Minimum possible to cross the river, W by Vs. Drift, Vr into W by Vs. So this is how we have talked about. This is how we have completed all this situation. एक बात ध्यान दो. From last 3 hours I am teaching you. Means you have given 3 hours. I have given 3 hours. These 3 hours are useful only when go through all the models of NCERT. The questions which we have discussed, go through them. Otherwise, this has zero importance. From last 3 hours, I am speaking, I am teaching. These 3 hours will be useful only when after class, sit down and see all the models. Then only it will be useful. All the best. Still 7 days are left. Till the last breath is left. Doctors don't give up. Till the last breath patient has, doctor don't give up. You have 7 days. Don't give up. Fight for it. Mehnat karo. We'll see what will happen. But at least we will try. So work for it. Tata, bye bye. Take care. Bye. All the best.